getting closer. Tennessee and NC State on Saturday night. First Power Conference opponent. First FBS opponent for Tennessee this season. It's a big one in Charlotte, 7:30 kickoff. ABC with the national television coverage. We'll have you covered all day long, including with the broadcast itself, with the Vol Network. Tennessee and NC State, and the hype train is moving to Charlotte.
As it should.
As we get ready for Saturday's game. Jason Swain, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Can't complain too much. Even if I did, nobody cares.
That's right.
So I'm great. I am great. The hype train should be moving. Tennessee looks good right now. Looks like they have a quarterback that can lead Tennessee to the promised land. At the very minimum, winning a lot of football games. You have a program that's healthy. You have recruiting that's hitting on all cylinders right now. The hype train should be full steam ahead. Now,
full steam ahead.
Yeah, full steam ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to slow the train down unless you have a reason, and I don't see a reason. Tennessee hasn't lost a game. Tennessee is winning recruiting battles. No reason to not be excited, not be hyped up about where we're going this season.
Okay. I should offer the disclaimer. I know very little about conducting a train, so I don't know what the
I don't either.
operation is. I didn't know if you want to go full speed or if you want to.
I'm at a comfortable speed. I'm at a comfortable speed. Yeah.
Okay.
Not going backwards.
It's okay to see some of the countryside along the way.
Yeah. But it's not the soul train. It's not going 100 miles per hour or 300 miles per hour. It's just a nice, comfortable pace.
It's not the J train. Jabari Davis just hurting people.
No, it's not. It's not that. But I'm not going to sit here and predict a 52-17 win versus NC State. I am expecting a double-digit win. I'm expecting a multiple-score win. I expect Tennessee to show why they're the more talented team, why Josh Heupel has a system that his players can execute better than what Dave Doeren players are executing. I know that NC State had some immediate availability, and we have taken – some of our fans have taken what one of the NC State players said, and we're going with it. And, hey, that's fine. That's cool. I don't think what he said was a big deal. All he was talking about was practice being very difficult, and practice is usually harder than the games, and that's what he believes will happen. He don't know. He will find out that the game is probably going to be harder. But it's okay for him to say that he feels like the practice is going to be hard because that's what he's been used to. It has been harder. He hasn't played Tennessee yet. He will on Saturday, and he's going to learn that day.
Okay. I think that's all very fair to the matchup.
Oh, very fair. Very fair. Well, I've been waiting on a little trash talk from NC State fans. I think it makes the game more fun. I think it makes college football fun. It's what being a sports fan is all about. Your opportunity to talk and kind of project what you think is going to happen versus the other fan base, and then let the other fan base project what they think will happen. And then the results will decide who can really talk after the game. So, talk it up.
Yeah, there just hadn't been that much. As of the end of yesterday's show, all we got was a tweet from a burner account, or a pretend burner account, talking trash on behalf of Ripken, their lab that goes and gets the tea, and Smokey. Like, we got to do better than that. Right?
That's when they know they're gonna get the head beat in when they want to compare mascots.
Yeah, that's kind of the dipping your toe in the water. You want to just see. Let's throw out this Labrador versus Smokey. It wasn't even harsh.
Oh, you think they're dipping their toe in the water as far as messing with all Twitter?
Yeah. See how comfortable they were offering up any kind of trash talk.
I'm sure Vol Twitter probably laughed at that at first.
I mean, they saw Nico. They know that Tennessee's favored by more than a touchdown here. They know. I think it's, from what I've gathered, it's a generally sharp fan base mentally.
Who?
NC State.
Says who? What evidence do you have to back that up?
Well, I don't know if it's grading on a curve. It is grading on comparison. For example, Florida State's fan base from the same conference.
I mean, I think it's an ACC thing. I think people are just delusional on the ACC. Are we delusional in the SEC? Yeah, we are.
365.
But I think the NFL draft picks, the national championships, all the success in recruiting, I think it kind of backs it up. I don't know why ACC fans would be delusional when they don't really have a lot to brag about, especially NC State.
Yeah, I think the North Carolina, the state of North Carolina football fans are not overly aggressive. NC State, UNC, Duke, Wake.
They don't care about football.
They're not getting much aggression. Exactly.
They care about basketball.
NC State just went to the Final Four in basketball, right? Baseball team made a trip to the College World Series. They're doing okay. So, football team, they'd love for them to go make a run in the ACC. They'll wait to see if it happens. But I do think for the team, there's the fan base and there's the team. For the team, this is a huge game to them.
Yeah, NC State, they did have a little success across their sports this past year. They are the ACC's version of everything school without the championship.
Yeah, ESPN had a story just a few weeks ago talking about all the different sports they've succeeded in.
It's cute. It's cute.
Men's and women's basketball, big success. Baseball, big season.
Awesome, man. Really cute. Really cute that they won all those games, feeling good about themselves without a championship. We wouldn't know how that feels.
You let Tennessee get one. You did it out there.
Just saying.
You let Tennessee get one. They're coming for more.
We win in sports, but we also win championships too. A baseball team did that.
So are you calling NC State an almost everything school?
Almost. Almost.
Okay.
I mean, LSU was calling us almost everything school. Last year when they won their championships in basketball, women's basketball, and baseball, that's why I didn't want to hear anything from LSU fans. But now, since we won a championship in baseball, now we are really an everything school.
I'm very excited for today's show. We're going to talk to Peter Burns, ESPN, the SEC Network. He had something come up. We've rescheduled, so he was scheduled to join us yesterday. Peter will join us 20 minutes from now. We'll talk to Peter at 12:30. Austin Price of VolQuest to talk a little Tennessee football.
1:30, we'll talk to Austin Price.
Braden Gall of 440 Sports will join us not long after that. We're going to talk a lot of football. Also, to close out this segment, Swain, this is the text box. Do you see what you've done? Do you see what you've done here?
Nope, I do not. What did I do?
We love Jamie.
Did I do that?
We love Jamie in Lenore City. Is that Urkel or is that me?
It's Urkel.
Okay.
What's the difference?
So,
did I do that?
the difference would be the glasses, I guess. I got LASIK.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have much.
Urkel's taller too.
I don't have much to tell you.
But go ahead. What's on the text box?
Okay. By the way, my 6-year-old, I'm getting us off track, but my 6-year-old today asked me, Daddy, who's taller, you or Swain? And I said, me. And he said, no, you're not.
Fact check dad.
Yep. Caught me lying. Jamie, we love Jamie in Lenore City, texting us a photo that says, Swain, tell Josh to check him out. From Young Williams. It is a puppy dog with a puppy dog face looking for a home. And another photo. This is Rainbow. Rainbow is her name, still a puppy. You see what you've done?
Sounds like I'm trying to save the world. That's what it sounds like. I sound like I'm a hero.
We were a BioPet last week. Love talking about poop prints. You dropped off a few samples in my home.
Oh yeah. That is a gorgeous pup. Oh, so
you see what's happened
cute.
Here. So we encourage anyone who is looking for a new pup, a new dog to bring to your home, go check out Young Williams.
Don't talk about it, Josh. Be about it. These pups need the Farragut air, Farragut water, man, so they can feel the love.
We have beautiful parks for you to bring them to.
Great parks. You should take one of those dogs to the Farragut parks.
I took my kids there this past weekend.
Well, you know what? A lot of similarities, I guess. I understand.
Yeah, there are similarities for sure. We'll continue the conversation. Jamie, we appreciate you. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Interact with us. Call or text at 865-656-9900. We'll talk Tennessee football. We'll talk about the hype train that will be heading across those mountains into Charlotte, North Carolina for Tennessee's game on Saturday night against NC State. And we'll do that right here on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than ever before. Well, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. Always. 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 to 656 wins. Gets to make your best guess at the Tennessee final score this week. If yours is the guess chosen and it's correct, you can pick any Ford or Lincoln on the Ted Russell lot up to $75,000. Caller 5 right now to 656-9467 from Ted Russell Ford and 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Summer was fun, but it's time to get your home fresh and clean for the fall. That's why you need to call Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning today and mention this station. Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal. When you mention that, you get a free hallway with 3 rooms of carpet for only $119. $119 if you book online today. ZeroResKnoxville.com. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
The summer is here, and that means weddings are happening all the time. I even got married during a summer wedding back more years than I'd like to count. Hey, this is Heather Harrington. If you are celebrating an anniversary because you too got married over the summer, or you're getting married this summer, celebrate those milestones at TK Wheeler Jewelers. You know, beautiful jewelry never goes out of style, and I love the classics that TK has. Whether you're looking for a diamond engagement ring, a beautiful solid gold wedding band, something simple like a cross necklace pendant with diamonds, TK Wheeler has it all. He stays up to date on trends too, but I'm telling you, when you want that classic jewelry that you are going to keep and wear for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you're going to find it at my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. They're located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. TK has been in business for years, and he can hook you up. When you want the best jewelry, you want my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement. Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit WhiteheadAutoSales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
A lot in common. Near the top are those fall football Saturdays each and every year. But when you're at the stadium or you're cheering on the Big Orange, who's watching your home? Do the bad guys know you're not home? Are they peeping in the back window or making their way through the side door at the garage? Do as I did. Give Fleener Security a call. 544-9964. With the latest in technology, the only bad guys you have to worry about is the visiting team coming through the locker room. FleenerSecurity.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Why wait for the weekend? At Twin Peaks, they're serving scratch food and pouring quality cocktails every day after dark. Come by the lodge and experience the best late night in the league. Today, tomorrow, or any other day of the week. We'll see you at Twin Peaks.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We're on social media at Josh and Swain. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. Peter Burns of ESPN and the SEC Network was here in Knoxville this past weekend. He'll join the show in 12 minutes. We'll talk to him at 12:30. Right now, we talked to Brent, who heard the sound a moment ago, the chance to score a Ford thanks to Ted Russell Ford. Hey, Brent, thank you for listening and calling. Do you have a score prediction for the Tennessee-NC State game?
Yeah, I'm going to go 45-17 the Vols.
45-17. Dot the I, carry the 1. I've got Tennessee by 28 in that count. That's 4 touchdowns, Brent. That's a lot of confidence in the Vols.
They got it, man. They got it.
All right. Brent, thank you for calling in, and we wish you luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So we have Brent's score recorded. He says Tennessee 45-17 over NC State. We will continue to take score predictions on all our different shows through the end of the week. We'll draw one of those scores on Friday afternoon. If it hits on Saturday night, exactly right when the game goes final, the person that predicted it will be able to go spend up to $75,000 from Ted Russell Ford on a brand new Ford vehicle. Your chance this week and all season long to score a Ford thanks to Ted Russell Ford.
Brent doesn't need your luck, Joshua Ward.
Okay. The offer still stands for my luck.
He doesn't need your luck.
But if it's not needed, that's cool. So on our show, we've done 3 so far this week with score predictions officially for Score Ford. On Monday, Bob said 52-17. Yesterday, DJ said 48-17. We're getting negative as the week goes along.
That's
here,
right,
Swain.
man. Either negative or more realistic.
As Brent said, 45-17. So that is our closest score prediction on our show so far for the official predictions with Score Forward. So 45-17. So we went from 35 to 31 to 28. So tomorrow will likely be 42-17 if I had to predict the prediction. But that is still pretty strong on the confidence meter. Our closest margin of victory so far, again, in our show's 3 official Score Forward predictions, is 28 points.
Maybe everyone is right.
Maybe.
I mean, I would love to pull away late in that game. I would love it, man. I would love to make a statement right then, right there, with ESPN's #1 crew. Make a strong impression on those guys. And when we play later in the season, maybe it's a game where College Game Day is going to be there. Then they use the NC State game to reference, and they're talking really, really good about Tennessee. That would be awesome. Now, what you do versus NC State doesn't guarantee you any type of success in the future, but I like the good talk. I like positive things being said about us. Who doesn't like that?
Most people do. Some people might get a little nervous about it. I haven't sensed that yet, though, this week.
Anytime people talking good about Tennessee on the television, especially national media, it makes my heart warm.
You like that?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Sure do.
Well, it's a pretty long list of people right now.
The list
a lot of people are excited to talk about Tennessee. Nico has excited people.
I mean, the CBS crew
Yep.
was talking about them. We heard what Cole Kubick and Roman Harper had to say. We saw Peter Burns' tweet. We'll talk to him here in a minute. But we've known this. Folks that have seen Nico, that have been on the inside, this is what we expect from Nico. He's phenomenal. He has a chance to make history here at Tennessee.
Yeah, during the offseason, if I put together a full list of questions about this team, Nico would have been next to last.
I mean, last
would have been the defensive line.
We talked about it. We talked about it. Zero questions about the quarterback with Nico. The only thing is if he can stay healthy and the backup option behind him. But no questions about Nico's ability. Zero. It was all about the players around him. Would they do their job? Would the offensive line hold up? Now, I need that left side. I need you to get your mind right now. Because whatever you show on film alerts the opponent, the next opponent. You have to let NC State know they can't hit Nico. So they're thinking to themselves, the same way the Tennessee fans are thinking to themselves, look at NC State struggle versus Western Carolina. We're going to mop the floor with them. We're going to beat the brakes off of them. We're about to skull drag them. 52-17, 48-17, 45-17. Like, I'm getting a lot of that. Well, I understand you feeling that way because how they played versus West Carolina, but how do you think NC State defensive ends looked at that sack we gave up in the first half? And Nico got, blitzed, and we didn't see Nico in the second half. You think NC State feels like they can get to Nico after watching our game versus UTC? You better believe it.
That's where my question is.
You better believe it. They feeling good about their chances to get to Nico. So I need the offensive line on the left side. You better understand what's about to happen. They about to test you.
Nico, clean pocket, the time that he needs, no questions. Will he have that time every time? If he doesn't, what will happen? That's pretty high on my list of questions. We'll come back. We'll talk to Peter Burns of ESPN and the SEC Network. He was in Knoxville this past weekend. He saw Nico. He saw what's going on in Knoxville. We'll talk to Peter about it when we come back. We're with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, Eagles linebacker Devin White has been ruled out of Friday's season opener against the Packers with an ankle injury and will not travel with the team to Brazil. White was limited in practice yesterday before being declared out today. The 26-year-old signed a one-year, $4 million deal with the Eagles in free agency this offseason. In college basketball, Memphis coach Penny Hardaway fired 4 of his staff members earlier today, just 2 months before the start of the season. Assistant coaches Rick Stansberry, Faraji Phillips, and Jamie Rosser, as well as special advisor Demetrius Dyson, will not return to Hardaway staff this season. There was no reason provided for the firings. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday, just after 3, the Phillies take on the Blue Jays. 6:45, Orioles host the White Sox. Astros visit the Reds. Nationals take on the Marlins. Twins visit the Rays. Just after 7, Mets host the Red Sox. Braves get the Rockies at 7:20. At 7:45, the Guardians take on the Royals. Pirates take on the Cubs, and the Brewers host the Cardinals. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Freedom Motors wants to be your first stop for all your vehicle shopping needs. That's why they work hard to bring the area's finest selection of pre-owned commercial cargo vans, utility trucks, pickup trucks, and fleet vehicles to you. Freedom Motors will work with you to find the right vehicle, the right price, and the right financing. Visit their lot at 7665 Maynardville Pike.
Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling. Keep freedom rolling. On down the line.
Stay comfortable all year long by becoming a member of the Chancey & Reynolds Comfort Club. Members get 2 seasonal checkups, 1 in the heating and 1 in the cooling seasons. Discounts on services and priority for service calls. And you'll be prepared for a cold winter, a hot summer, or anything in between. For details, call 865-525-5076 or ChanceyReynolds.com. Chancey & Reynolds, your York HVAC contractor.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog. Chancey & Reynolds.
It's time to tee it up at the Ruggles Ferry Golf Club on Ruggles Ferry, Pike and Straw Plains, about 5 minutes from I-40, convenient to just about anywhere. Great bent grass greens that are always in great shape, and lovely Bermuda fairways. Drive right to your ball, 4 sets of tees. It's for everybody. And let me tell you something, you always have a great time when you play Ruggles Ferry Golf Club. Why? Well, the people are great. Oh, one of the best driving ranges around, too. That's probably where I'd be. Ruggles Ferry Golf Club, 932-4450.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
The team at Kitchen Sales is ready to tackle your old, outdated spaces. Whether it's a remodel or a brand new build from the ground up, let Kitchen Sales provide you with the peace of mind that they are going to get the job done right. Hey, this is Heather Harrington. That was our experience, not just once, but twice with the team at Kitchen Sales. They've been in our home, and I give them 5 stars on both of our projects. One of the things I love most about Kitchen Sales is the versatility of pricing. They can beat salvage store pricing, and they can go all the way up to a fully custom line of cabinetry if that's what you're looking for. So budgets big or small can shop in the same place. And if you're putting together a new kitchen, you can pick out everything at Kitchen Sales. We're talking the cabinets, the countertops, appliances, and hardware. Talk about saving time and money. They've got 2 great locations for you, Hoyt Avenue in downtown, just off Cherry Street, or in the Town and Country Circle in West Knoxville. For more information, find them online at kitchensales.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hi, I'm Tom Hughes.
And I'm Deborah Hughes. Forms change, contracts change, policies change. The need for a good realtor will never change.
Now more than ever, you need a realtor with experience, community connections, and expertise.
The right realtor makes a difference, and it's a Hughes difference.
To experience the Hughes difference, visit thehughesproperties.com. That's thehughesproperties.com.
Making a difference, one soul sign at a time. That's the Hughes difference.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
We'll continue to see a mix of sun and clouds as we head through your Wednesday afternoon. High temperatures topping out right around 85 degrees. A nice breeze out there as well from time to time out of the northeast, 5 to 10, gusting as high as 15 miles per hour. Make sure to get outside and enjoy with some lower humidity. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Alongside VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I am Josh Ward, and we are excited this segment to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline. We get to say hello to Peter Burns of ESPN and the SEC Network, fresh off a trip to Knoxville this past weekend. Peter, how are you?
Man, I'm still recovering. I mean, there's nothing worse than when you're on the road every week and just looking at your suitcase and be like, man, I got to unpack and then I got to go wash clothes and pack again. Man, the struggle is real, boys, because everything that I had is damn drenched after being in that 150 degree on Saturday for that Chattanooga game.
Well, it was a game that went well for Tennessee. We've seen and heard some of your comments already, but would love to talk to you more about it. Nico, as you can imagine, a lot of people in Knoxville are talking about Nico. What did you think of what you saw? Would you take away from your trip to Knoxville as it relates to Tennessee's quarterback?
that I hate myself. And the reason why I say that is because I cannot stand guys. Anytime somebody sees one game against some like an inferior opponent, be like, this guy is the greatest guy ever. And I sat there as I left Knoxville, and I'm sitting there going, that guy really looks the part. And I mean, and it's not just what I saw on the field, and it's what I saw off of it. Just the way that he carries himself. It's the simple little things like between the ball walk and watching in the warm-ups and how he interacts with the teammates. And I'm like, I've seen freshmen that were ballyhooed, these 5-star guys come in, and they kind of look like a little lost in the headlights, and they're trying to, take it all in. But for Nico, it looked like a guy. I mean, it looked not a whole hell of a lot different than when I saw Hendon Hooker in year 4 of Hendon kind of taking that next step. And I think that was the scary part about it, going, this guy's getting bigger, faster, stronger. He understands the offense pretty well, and the way he carries himself, that's the mark of a guy that's not just a good QB, but a guy that could win the damn Heisman one of these days.
You describe what they call it, Peter Burns. It's really hard to describe. You either have it or you don't.
It's the Jason Swainish part of this of it, man. I know it.
It's just it. He has it, and now the world gets a chance to see it. What impressed you the most? I know it's UTC. We gotta always preface our comments with that, but what impressed you the most about Tennessee's win on Saturday?
Yeah, it just that it seemed like the game was slow to him, and that's not the case. I mean, like I said, I've seen guys that are 5 stars that, hey, all of a sudden take it off, and let's see what you can do. And they weren't he wasn't trying to force anything. He played within himself. Now, again, you can say the whatever it's going to be, the competition is the competition, but it wasn't just the way that the frozen ropes that he was throwing, the way he looked comfortable and he moved around the pocket when he needed to. It was also the confidence in what Heupel in this offense was given to him. I mean, how many times are you going to throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and coach is going to be pissed because there was still food left on the table? I mean, that's what Hype was going into half. Like, hey, we kind of just lollygagged at these last two drives. So I think to me that was the most important thing of why I'm so bullish on him, was not only did he deliver, but seeing how Heupel and how they want to use this offense. And now the fact that you also have another good running attack to help to alleviate it, I mean, I can't help but have this damn smile on my face watching him play.
Yeah, really good quarterbacks makes players around them better. We saw last year Dante Thornton transfer from Oregon, and he didn't have the best start here to his Tennessee career, but he goes bonkers. You look at other receivers that got the ball and made plays. Good players just make guys around them better. I saw that out there Saturday. Did you see that too?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing is, in true, last year maybe there wasn't that relationship with Thornton and Milton, or they didn't get him the ball in the spots that they want. But you can tell for Nico, he could work through progressions. There's going to be a couple of guys that he's going to favor, and that's great because if you could build somebody else other than Squirrel and somebody else a Brew. I mean, how good was it to hear a Brew like just the crowd when he got that first catch, and you're so happy for him, like. I don't know. You look at it and I go back and look at these potent offenses. And, for LSU, for instance, you had Jamar Chase, you had Justin Jefferson, but you also had 1 or 2 other guys that answered the bell. Same thing with Tua in 2020 when you had that great crew. And so you can't just have that 1A, 1B. You got to have 3 or 4 guys that a defensive coordinator is looking at it going, how the hell are we going to stop that? And that's what they're going to talk about. And by the way, we didn't really even see Nico because he didn't have to use his legs the way he did against Iowa in the bowl game. So that's a whole other element that they're trying to dial in his passing game first. And then, oh, by the way, when you need to, he's going to be hell on wheels to catch.
Peter Burns is with us, ESPN and the SEC Network. So, Peter, what do you think this maybe means for Tennessee's potential? It's still obviously early in the season. Tennessee, compared to some of the top teams in the SEC, they'll try to beat out along the way this year.
Yeah, I mean, beforehand, guys, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I did not have them as a college football playoff. And again, one team and one game against the Mocs is not going to completely change that. But it did make me kind of start peeking at the schedule a little bit, going, all right, well, let's take a look at this, right? If all of a sudden you can, get this defense and it stays 100% healthy, then all of a sudden you start looking at it going, yeah, there's some concerns in the secondary, but do you have the offense to take the next step. And I mean, that's going back, and I keep saying it's not fair to Nico. It's not fair to this team to compare it to 2019 LSU. I'll never do that. However, there are some semblances to say LSU's defense wasn't incredible, but it was, hey, they could at least provide a speed bump and get a stop every once in a while. And this defensive front is better than I've seen in a while. So I think that's why this litmus test going against NC State up here in Charlotte is going to be monstrous to figure out, okay, was that just week one and we're all getting ahead of our skis? Or can Pierce play more than 10 snaps because they didn't need him in that opener? Do you feel like you got a good rotation, and can you wreak havoc? Like, I've almost gotten to the point now where Tennessee and Heupel in this offense, and what I saw with Nico, is I've already put that to bed. I already know that's going to be good. It's the flip side of the ball. Is the defensive part of it going to equal the success you have offensively? And that's what I've got circled coming up Saturday.
You got a chance to talk and hang out a little bit with Zakai Ziegler, and we learned that he used to play the cello. He's impressive.
That
man.
was wild. I mean, you got to be honest with you, Swain. Like, you could have given me probably 10 different instruments that Zakai said he was nice on, and I would have not gotten down to the cello. Not gonna lie.
Zakai special, man. What impressed you most, Zakai in person interviewing or watching Nico's performance out there on Saturday?
I mean, both. I mean, honestly, big picture, it's just the damn vibe in Knoxville right now, right? I mean, I think that's the thing that I take away. I remember going up there for my first spring tour back in, I think it was 2015. Hell, Butch Jones was there, and basketball was okay. I mean, baseball sure as hell really wasn't a thing yet. Vitello hadn't got there. And so, you're like, all right, you've been told all your life, man, it's Rocky Top, it's Tennessee, it's all of this. And I remember going up there in 2015 and kind of feeling like, all right, yeah, that's cool. And then you get here now and you see the crowd, you see the Vol Walk, you see how the place went absolute ape, when they showed Tony Vitello on the screen. And I'm like, this place has juice. And then I interviewed Danny White, and we start talking about every single one of these teams that are top 10. I'm like, I don't know about how many places are on that forefront of everybody wants to be a part of something right now. And I think that's what got me punch drunk about my trip to Knoxville was the fact of, there's certain programs and certain schools and cities that have a vibe. I've seen that in Baton Rouge when things are going well, and it reminds me a whole hell of a lot of what's going on in Knoxville.
Yeah, you hit your 10-year mark, right, of joining the SEC Network
Yep.
earlier this summer. How do you compare what you're seeing, what you're hearing people say about Tennessee to the previous 10 years since you started there?
Yeah, I mean, again, to illustrate what we were just saying is that, you're from the outside looking in, you see this unbelievable brand, this blue blood of college football, and yet there's a generation that really didn't know it. There's a generation that, hey, the first time they saw Tennessee and Hendon Hooker beat Alabama and they're bringing the goalposts out to the river, that was the first time you're like, dude, this feels like 98. This is back when, hey, this thing used to have some swagger. And I think even bigger picture of how I view Tennessee is because it does have a proud program. It does have a great fan base. It has a great collective right now. And I think you're starting to see kind of a phoenix from the ashes for a bunch of these teams that are like that are old programs that had success. The boosters have stepped up, and they've got it ripping. You could say the same thing about Miami right now. Look at what they're doing and what they just did to Florida, which I'm sure really upsets you Tennessee fans. I know that you guys are just weeping every single day about that. Notre Dame is one of those teams as well too that had a proud history that all of a sudden started to rip. You could even say Nebraska with this kid Dylan Raiola. So I think that's kind of a cool thing about college football and the collectives and the NIL and transfer portal is that some of these kind of quote unquote dormant programs are all of a sudden rising and they're ready to compete right now. And I think that starts in Tennessee.
Peter, before you go, by the way, Swain has his bet that he's run back this year with your guy Chris Doering. Last year, Chris got him because Florida beat Tennessee. But Swain's pretty confident with the game back in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah, I'm ordering the shirts right now.
Yeah, order this. I mean, trust me, as a man who has an annual bet between LSU and Florida, which I haven't lost to Doering ain't going to ever pass up a wager. And, yeah, I would say you're feeling pretty good about that one, Swain. So, That's fascinating. I mean, the whole Billy Napier thing. I mean, now probably DJ Lagway is going to start, the 5-star freshman coming up this week against Sanford, and I'm sure he'll play well. So what do you do at quarterback? Do you let DJ become kind of your savior out there? Like, whew, buddy. It is interesting times for my man Chris Doering and that Gator fan base.
Yeah, because we'll get you out the door after this, but I wonder, does Napier maybe think about going Lagway more moving forward as kind of an offering to the fan base of, hey, this is our future, let's try to ride this guy and then see what happens from there?
Yeah, you know what? In theory, it's kind of like, hey, is this the Hail Mary that you need? Maybe Lagway is the guy, and all of a sudden you give some hope. But the flip side of it, I also know that they believe in Graham Mertz, and while I think that you'd have to go Lagway and he'd have to ball out and have this unbelievable year to save it, I also look at, I think Billy is one of these guys that's super loyal and a good dude. He's like, how am I going to give Graham Mertz, who's going to be playing his last year of college football? He gave everything to this program last year, and now I got to roll. Like, that's going to be a really interesting storyline. I don't know how it plays out. My gut is that Billy would stay with Mertz as soon as he gets healthy, but you bring a good point. You might have to have the Hail Mary of DJ if you want to be down in Gainesville next season.
Peter Burns, ESPN and the SEC Network. Glad you were able to get to Knoxville this past weekend. Peter, we love your work and always love having you on the show. Thanks for making some time to join us here.
Can't wait to be back in Swain. We'll see what color shirt. I guarantee you he'll be wearing that Rocky Top orange by the time Doran gets to that game. Right?
Yeah, it's going to be big orange, right, Swain?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be bright orange. It won't be gray or black or white. It's going to be an orange
Obnoxious
shirt.
Orange, baby.
Yes.
Give it to him.
Yes,
Yeah.
No doubt about it, man. It's good to see you in person, my man.
Later, boys.
Thanks, Peter. Peter Burns, ESPN, joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. He is a believer in Nico and Tennessee, not just Tennessee football, but as you brought up with him, the vibe around Tennessee athletics.
He can handle it. He can handle the hype. He can handle the noise, the talk. He can handle it. This is why I'm comfortable with us having these conversations. We've had them during the summer. I never tried to slow it down. I pumped the brakes on maybe other players or other scenarios, but not Nico. Nope.
5-star.
Number one player in the country.
That's right. We'll come back. 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, we appreciate you hanging out with us as we continue on Josh and Swain.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, the sports animal proves it.
You've heard me talk about Hiller, and actually I called Hiller today to schedule an appointment for a plumbing issue. Well, it's like being part of a family. This month, Hiller is treating you like family, too, with their Friends and Family Savings event. Happy Hiller Club members save up to 25% off your first HVAC, plumbing, and electrical repair. And everyone else gets 10% discount. Present your coupon and save. Visit the website, happyhiller.com, and download your coupon today.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wake up. Breakfast. And Nature Made vitamins. Whatever your morning sounds like, Nature Made fits right in. Whether you're looking for vitamin C or a multivitamin to get key nutrients, we've got you covered. Now that's a good morning. We take care of you so you can take on your day. Start your day with Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. On the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road, look for the topiary of the Big Diamond Ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. That's right, ball fans.
Get ready for the most hard-hitting, electrifying, play-making deals in real estate you've ever seen. Oh, wait. I should probably clarify. I'm Nick Nico, spelled Nicaud, with the Nick Nico team at Keller Williams. If you're looking to be like our Vols in your real estate moves, our Nico team is the hard-hitting, electrifying, play-making team for you. Don't listen to everyone say the market's tough, prices are up, where do I move to? Our team has the market knowledge that we call the Nico know-how. We know the area. Raised right here in Knoxville, I know what moves, so our team just cuts through what everyone else might see as an obstacle. And we turn it into an opportunity. Sell high and buy low on your next dream home with our Nico know-how. Let our team become your team. Check us out online, nicoteam.com. That's Nicaud team.com.
We need our cabinets refaced.
They're fine.
Can you just help find a company?
Honey, I'm sure that 80s style is coming back, okay?
Huh. You know, I'm sure that couch is comfortable to sleep on.
Okay, I'm on it.
K&P Remodeling can help. Imagine having a brand new kitchen without the cost of new cabinets in just a few days. And right now, K&P Remodeling is offering 50% off installation. Call 865-450-8899. K&P Remodeling.
I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. It's never too early to get that first bet down on Week 1 in the NFL. Neither the Vikings or the Giants are expected to do much this season, but one of them will get their season off to a good start as they meet in New York on Sunday. The BetQL model is looking at the Giants in this one. Their 5-star best bet for Week 1 of the NFL is to grab New York in the points at home against Minnesota. I'm Michael Jenkins. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL, and download the BetMGM app today.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them.
With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise.
No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures.
It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Brian with a question in the text box. He's down in Cleveland. I know Nico is a mature young man, but can there ever be too much hype? There could be too much, depending on
like no one's
where that's taking the expectation.
Yeah, no one's sitting here saying he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft this year, because that's next year.
Okay, if I set the over-under on Heisman's for Nico this season, how many would you go with? 1.5 over or under?
You can win more than 1 in one season?
I think if you're good enough, you deserve more than 1. You don't?
He'd be the first one in history to get 2.
The first
trophies?
to get 2 and 1, yeah.
I mean, I don't.
A BOGO deal for Nico's Heisman.
Can there be too much hype? I mean, if you want to call him the best quarterback in the country, I think that would be probably too much right now. But if you want to call him one of the best in the country, I don't think that's far-fetched. I don't think that's too much hype, because I think he is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. This is what you get when you go out and recruit the best player in the country at a high school. This is the way it's supposed to be.
At quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. So, I guess we're getting used to this. Because we're not used to this. We've seen Oklahoma do it when Lincoln Riley was there. We saw USC go on a run with quarterbacks. Around Matt Leinart's time, we've seen other schools with other positions just go on a run and have just the best of the best. It's our turn. It's our turn at the quarterback position. But this is why Tennessee was like, NCAA, we're not taking an L for what we did to go get Nico because he's worth it.
He changes a program.
And we're going to fight you on this. That's why. He's that good. So let's not act like we're surprised.
You know, you can type LOL, but you didn't actually laugh sometimes.
I do it all the time. I'm not laughing at all. I mean, never mind. I'm definitely laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I LOL'd in real life, almost LMAO'd with this.
Ain't that a rap group?
Like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch, that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Chattanooga coach Rusty Wright was asked this question. You'll hear the question, and his answer made me laugh. This is Chattanooga's coach being asked a question about Nico.
Will you see anyone close to Nico the rest of the year?
Hell, I hope not.
Will you see anyone close to Nico for the rest of the year is what he was asked. And he said, I hope not.
Hell, I hope not. And he won't. I'm
no,
sure.
He won't.
Yep. But that's as sincere of an answer as you're going to get out of a coach. Because obviously Chattanooga couldn't do anything about what was going on out there, but it's what Tennessee has at quarterback. So the nation is talking about him. We'll talk more about him this afternoon. But it's not all on Nico either. It's about how his teammates perform around him, too, for Tennessee's chances to succeed with whatever they want to do.
You know what? The answer is yes. There can't be too much hype. So my brother texts me. And out of nowhere, he says, boom, boom. Huh? What? How about hey first? Or how about good afternoon?
I like that as an open.
Out of nowhere, boom, boom. Weird guy. Nico may throw for 500 yards this weekend.
500?
500 yards? What? 500? That's only 87 yards a quarter. 500 yards? You do know we run the football, right? If we're going to be up by all these points, why would Nico continue to throw the football late in the game if we're going to be up by 35, 40 points? Tennessee was top 10 in rushing last year. We're going to run the football.
Also, not to be a stickler, but did he say 87 a quarter? I would check that math. They play 4 quarters, right?
Yeah.
I think you need 125 a quarter.
His math is terrible.
Yeah, per quarter. And that's...
Yeah, if you had like 5 quarters...
Like Dylan Sampson's over here like, hey, can I get the ball? Like they run it too.
Can I get a yard over here? Yeah. So, math is off.
Yeah.
And text etiquette is definitely off.
No,
boom.
I might steal that one. That might be my opener.
Who does that? Don't ever text me, Josh. I know where. If I haven't talked to you in a couple hours, and say boom, boom. Report, junk, delete. That's spam.
So, like, Sunday.
Boom, boom.
When Will Levis hits Calvin Ridley deep on a 55-yard touchdown pass for the Titans to go up 7-0, you don't want to get boom, boom in a text message?
I mean, that's better than this because something actually happened.
Right, at least it called for something. Okay.
Yeah, like it happens. But, like, out of nowhere, like a Sunday morning at 7:38, you just text me out of nowhere and say, boom, boom. Don't do that. All right, don't do that.
Boom, boom. 1 hour down. We have 2 to go. We still have a lot of Tennessee football talk. We have Austin Price and Braden Gall joining us. We have another national media member who is on board with Nico. We'll continue the conversation and invite you to join us at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hey, this is Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They are known for their laser-focused attention to their customers and their customers' plumbing needs. That's because as a locally owned company with more than 23 years of experience in the industry, They are focused every single day on making sure people right here in East Tennessee are taken care of. So they're going to bring valuable wisdom and knowledge into every project. And with every project, they are going to communicate with you every step of the way, from beginning to looking at what's going on, giving you an upfront price on whatever kind of work you might need done, to the end when they're finished with the work that they need to do and taking care of the cleanup after the fact. That's the experience we had at my home. We have relied on Wilson Brothers Plumbing multiple times. At my house, if you Google Wilson Brothers Plumbing, you'll see their 4.9 Google rating with customer after customer talking about the great experience they had. Visit WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com to learn more or schedule service. That's WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hootie fans, get ready. Hootie and the Blowfish, Summer Camp with Trucks Tour 2024. September 12th, Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. Hootie and the Blowfish, together again. With special guests, Collective Soul and Edwin McCain. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The night of all the hits with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Progressive knows when you own a boat, life on land is a tough sell.
Come on down to Land. It's the place where you get to do so much waiting. You can wait in traffic, drive-thrus. You can even wait at the doctor's in a room specifically made for waiting. It's Land, baby. Come and sit patiently for a while, then wait even longer. It's Land.
Life on a boat is way more relaxing, and it's even more relaxing when you protect your boat with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, #1 rating based on 2022 boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Summer's here, and you can smell fresh-cut grass, and everyone's excited to be outside. It's your year to get that great lawn. You can do it, and the folks at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply can help. Dickens is now the Exmark mower dealer for Knoxville, and they're stocked up with a ton of choices for your next zero-turn mower. They have the best seed and fertilizers available for our area and would be glad to coach you to a great lawn. Dickens also carries mulch and pine straw. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, Knoxville, Maryville, and the new location at 620 East Emory Road in Powell.
Summer was fun, but it's time to get your home fresh and clean for the fall. That's why you need to call Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning today and mention this station. Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal. When you mention that, you get a free hallway with 3 rooms of carpet for only $119. $119 if you book online today. ZeroResKnoxville.com. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. It's been a long time since American men's tennis has been relevant. Now we have an All-American U.S. Open semis with Taylor Fritz and Francis Tiafoe squaring off. An American hasn't won since 2003. Fritz or Tiafoe winning could do so much to raise the profile of the sport in America. I'm Andrew Perloff.
John Legend here. How do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date with a COVID shot this season?
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Ask your healthcare provider and book at VaxAssist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
John Legend here. How do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date with a COVID shot this season?
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Ask your healthcare provider and book at VaxAssist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. We enter hour number 2 of today's show. 1 hour down, 2 to go. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks to Peter Burns of ESPN joining us in the 12:30 segment. You can go back and listen to that anywhere you get your podcast. Just search Josh and Swain. Would love for you to subscribe anywhere you get your podcast. You can find us after the fact more easily. We have more conversations to come with Austin Price of AllQuest, with Braden Gall of 440 Sports, and you. You can call or text at 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. John enjoyed the math in last segment with your brother's 500-yard prediction for Nico this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah, terrible. Terrible math. Terrible text reading.
Chris in the text box. Hey, Swain. Boom, boom.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Now, he a big Tennessee fan. Both of my brothers are, even though one of them didn't even go to Tennessee. They just, I guess they just fans of the school I love.
You played for the Vols. It makes sense.
Yeah. So, they'll be rooting for the Vols this weekend.
Now, Jamie asked, to be clear, did Peter Burns say Nico could win the Heisman Trophy this year? So in our segment, he what Peter said was before he leaves, which is this year or next. So if we're being clear, you got 2 more to work with. The remainder of this season and next for Nico, because he will be as long as he stays healthy and progresses as expected. If we're having this conversation about potentially winning the Heisman, he'll be a very high draft pick, maybe number 1. Like, that is his potential.
Yeah.
To be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Like, Tennessee potentially could have a Heisman Trophy winner and 2 number 1 overall picks in back-to-back years. Like, that could happen. It's, unlikely, but it could happen. And it's not too far-fetched. I think it could happen.
No, it's not crazy. Some people have James Pierce, is who you're talking about for this year, as the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Or the number 1 edge, which would put him in play if a team doesn't go quarterback, and then Nico. Unlikely, yes. Possible, also yes.
2 years in a row where you have a top 5 or top 10 pick, definitely, I think. Yeah, most definitely.
So at this point, Swain, I'm struggling to keep up with all the people that I've seen around the nation talk up Nico and Tennessee with that. There was a discussion from CBS Sports about the Tennessee-NC State game. It's one of the biggest games of the weekend, 7:30 on Saturday night on ABC, so you get the national coverage, get ABC, ESPN's top broadcast crew. It's Tennessee-NC State, and then the other big game, huge game early in the day, Michigan hosting Texas. That's a monster matchup. So on CBS, they were talking about the Tennessee-NC State matchup, Tennessee coming off a blowout win over Chattanooga, NC State with overall an unimpressive performance considering the opponent, Western Carolina, but 38-21 last week. So listen to what was said. Rick Neuheisel will close out the conversation, but Tennessee-NC State being brought up on CBS.
Sportsline feels an aftershock coming in favor of the Vols. 34-20 as a prediction here.
I think Sportsline's got this one right. when you watched them play last week, what was so impressive was how balanced they were. They could stretch the field vertically. The offensive line took control. They scored 45 points in the first half. I don't want to knock NC State for struggling in the first half because they ran away with that game as the game went on. Those things are going to happen week one, but I think he's right. When you compare the rosters, the Bulls have all the firepower to play good enough defense to walk out there with the dub.
Yeah, worry not for North Carolina State about a sluggish opener. They're going to play lights out in this game because Dave Duran will have their attention after that opener. And they have an experienced quarterback in Grayson McCall, who comes over from Coastal Carolina, who knows how to play in big games. But I am so impressed with this Nico Iamaleava. He is a sensational athlete. He's got the demeanor of being a leader.
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Tennessee. I just think they're that explosive.
It's Rick Neuheisel at the end. So their belief is that NC State will bounce back from a sluggish start. And I think that's true, too. I think over the course of the season, NC State will be fine.
Yeah, me too. But I think the Vols will handle business, though.
Yeah, the first commentator, a little off with the pronunciation.
Hey, 24 hours in Knoxville, we can fix it.
Sure. So there's another one. Not talking just about the physical ability of Nico, but recognizing the mental aspect, the way he carries himself, the demeanor, that part that we've talked so much about. We've probably talked about that as much as his natural physical ability, which is obviously something too.
Yeah, teammates believe in him. They're drawn to him. I think he has a chance to be a great leader, especially once he becomes more vocal. He right now could lead by example and be a man of few words, but once he gets even more comfortable and talks more and demands more, I mean, he's going to be a dynamic leader, and that's what's going to get him drafted super, super high, maybe number one overall, is how people follow him and gravitate towards him. I mean, I know it's early, but he has the Joe Burrow cool to him. I'm not saying he's going to go out there and do what Joe Burrow did in 2019 and pass for that many yards, but Joe Cool is the nickname. Well, Nico has that same demeanor, in my opinion, just watching him with his teammates, just watching him how he carries himself.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts has that kind of thought where he's just not worried about other stuff.
Nope. Nothing phases him, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. That's what you love as a coach from any player, especially a quarterback.
Tennessee currently favored by 7.5, 8 points.
Jumping all on that. Like a cowboy. Hee-haw. Jumping all on that, buddy. I think Tennessee will win by double digits. But I do expect NC State to be better than they were against Western Carolina, especially earlier in the game. And I expect the players to come out confident. They'll bounce around. They'll be hyped. They're playing in front of, their home crowd, so to speak, even though Tennessee's going to have a big presence there. But if you're North Carolina State and you're playing inside of your state, it'd be no different than Tennessee playing Nashville. We played Virginia last year. Hey, man, this is our state. I know it's not Neyland Stadium and playing at home, but we want to show out in front of our home state. So those players from NC State, they probably have that type of feeling versus Tennessee and Charlotte.
Yeah, I think we were talking about, it seems some fans probably want NC State players to show weakness ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean,
fear of
y'all
Tennessee. That's
want NC State players to get on the microphone and be like, I just don't think we're going to have a chance. Hopefully we keep it close, and I just don't know. I don't know how we're going to make it against these Volunteers. I mean, hopefully they'll take it easy on us. That's what you think NC State players are saying to themselves in the locker room? No. They're going to take the challenge. They're going to bow down.
Yeah, here's a quote from Bishop Fitzgerald, actually.
Funny you say that.
Starting safety for the Wolfpack. Earlier today, speaking with the media, said, we just hope to keep Nico under 500 yards passing.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom if we do.
All right, what's the real quote?
One. We got that one. I made it up on the fly.
Okay.
Yep. Haven't seen an interview with Bishop.
Oh, man, that goes against everything you learned in journalism school there, Josh. That's supposed to be telling jokes like that.
Somebody could take that and run with it.
Somebody could. Josh Ward has reported that some dude named Bishop Fitzgerald is scared that Nico's going to go for 500 yards.
If you're playing
boom,
the game
boom.
of phone, it'll be relayed as Fitzgerald Bishop said.
Yep. That Nico's going to throw for 1,000 yards and win the Heisman in week 2.
Casey Clausen cool to describe Nico. You played with Casey. He was your quarterback your freshman year.
Casey was fiery. This is a different type of cool. Like, under pressure, yes. But, like, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, like if Casey was unhappy about something,
correct,
there was no question whether he was or wasn't.
You would know. Like if you go out there and run the wrong route, Casey would tell Randy, get him out the blanking game. Like I don't know if Nico's going to do that.
Yeah.
Which is why I always made sure that I knew what I was doing. I was doing the right thing because I did not want Casey to say that about me. I want Casey to throw me the ball on 3rd down and long. And he did that. Second game of the season. Second career game versus Marshall. Thank you, Casey, for believing in me. That's what you want. You want to earn the trust of your quarterback. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have the trust of your quarterback, he ain't throwing you the ball. And if he ain't throwing you the ball, why are you out there? So you better have the trust of your quarterback. But that's why I say it's a little different. Like the moment's not going to be big for Nico, just like it wasn't for Casey, but Nico is even more cool than Casey.
Justin says, we don't think, Swain, we know. NC State is scared. Boom, boom. And then Matthew in Johnson City. This is my new favorite thing that's been added to the show. Boom, boom. On your text to Swain, as his brother intro to text message earlier today. Matthew in Johnson City. Where do you all think the line lands by kickoff Saturday night? I'm thinking 11.5 is what Matthew says. I don't know if it's going to go up another 3.5 to 4 points. That's a pretty big jump from where it opened, but I would think that it moves more in Tennessee's direction than NC State.
As it should.
We'll move forward here on Josh and Swain. We'll continue to invite you to be a part of the show. Call or text in at 865-656-9900. The Vols or the Vols versus the Wolfpack this upcoming.
There's no or.
No, it's one. It's the Vols and the Wolfpack on Saturday night in Charlotte as we continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
Caller 5 right now to 656 wins qualifies for the Coors Light Man Cave Makeover. A 60-inch TV, 2 recliners, and an awesome mini fridge. All from Coors Light and the station where the Vols play. 99.1 The Sports Animal. That's 656-9467.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you are a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 in 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
O'Reilly.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams September holiday sale and get 30% off paints and stains from August 30th through September 9th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Football is back, and it's tailgate time at Tennessee. That means delicious, hot, and juicy Big Kahuna wings. The wings that changed it all will change your next tailgate and make you the MVP. Choose from tailgate packages including wings and other delicious game day grub. Just call our Farragut location today at 865-288-7891 to get yours. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
AMR Knoxville is seeking healthy volunteers ages 18 to 55 to participate in an investigational malaria vaccine clinical study with the aim of helping prevent malaria. Participants will make visits to our study center at the Weisgarber Medical Park and receive all study-related care and the study drug or placebo at no cost. Qualified participants will receive compensation up to $3,075 for their time. To get started, call AMR Knoxville today, 865-305-DRUG. That's 865-305-3784. Or visit AMRKnoxville.com.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
Hi, I'm Tom Hughes.
And I'm Deborah Hughes. Forms change, contracts change, policies change. The need for a good realtor will never change.
Now more than ever, you need a realtor with experience, community connections, and expertise.
The right realtor makes a difference, and it's a Hughes difference.
To experience the Hughes difference, visit thehughesproperties.com. That's thehughesproperties.com.
Making a difference, one sold sign at a time. That's the Hughes difference.
Tyler Ivinson, how would you like to fly away with me to see Billy Joel and Sting in concert at Busch Stadium in St. Louis? We've teamed up with McGee Tyson Airport and Allegiant Air to send one lucky winner and a guest to enjoy the special night with Billy Joel and Sting. It gets even better because the grand prize winner is also going to receive $1,000 for accommodations with round-trip airfare on Allegiant's new nonstop flight to Belleville, St. Louis, and 2 tickets to the show September 27th. Text FLYAWAY to 656-9900 to register to win, and you could be flying with Ivins to the gateway to the West.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Ty says the sports animal will have to block the text line on Saturday. There will be a lot of boom, boom texts rolling in.
Might be. Oh, boy, it might be. This is going to be a fun season, ain't it?
It is going to be a fun season.
I mean, we've been waiting on it for months and months and months now. Mm-hmm. Here we are. We talked about this game for weeks, months. It's finally here. And the last thing you want to do is lose to the ACC team. A lot of pressure on Tennessee.
The pressure is on Tennessee.
100%.
For NC State, what happens in the game doesn't necessarily change what they're hoping to accomplish this year, because they can lose to Tennessee and still come out of it and say, okay, let's go win the ACC, which is realistic for them. Clemson appears down. 2 weeks later, they play Clemson. That's a huge game. Miami's the favorite, but FSU's down. Nobody else scares you in that conference. If Tennessee loses this game, well, that's problematic, because winning the SEC's a huge ask, and your margin for error over the next 10 games becomes really tight. So the pressure's on Tennessee. The national talk is about Tennessee winning this game. So the Vols have the pressure. I don't think they're afraid of it, but they're the ones that need to go out on a national stage and show that they can be as good as a lot of people are saying right now. And if they do, like you mentioned on yesterday's show, there's already some, hey, watch out for Nico. This Heisman thing could be for real. But if he has a big performance on ABC against a top 25 team, I think people will really buy in at that point.
Yeah, Tennessee, on the matchup predictor on ESPN.com, according to ESPN Analytics, 87.9% chance to win the game.
Woo!
Are we playing UTC this week? Because, I mean, that's what, 11% off? think I said 99% versus UTC, 88% versus NC State, a team that's ranked in the top 25. The line opened at 4, is currently at 8 according to ESPN Bet. Like,
that is some confidence.
A lot of confidence. That's why people called in talking about 52-17 and 45-17.
Yeah,
because hey, that's the feeling I think around the country, except for Raleigh.
Let's see, what do we have here? Bill Conley is he's awfully negative. He has Tennessee winning by 14 in SP+. That's only 81% chance for Tennessee to win.
14 is that's pretty convincing, Josh. Game time weather, 78 degrees. Woo, woo, woo. I might have to put on the Speedo out there, man. It's really perfect weather. Checkerboard Speedo. Let's go.
Almost perfect.
Oh, man, I might need a jacket.
Yeah.
It's going to be chilly compared to what it was last week.
All right. Speedo Swain will be on the sidelines.
I was just kidding.
For Tennessee and NC State.
Just kidding. But it will be perfect weather.
What does the FPI say? What percentage chance for Tennessee to win?
88.
88%?
87.9 to be exact, sir. Yes, sir. And that stadium, the NFL stadiums are great because you get good seating, nice leg room. It's going to be great, man.
That's Jermaine Kent percentage right there. Also, one of Huntsville's finest.
That's right.
He rocked the 88 for the Vols.
That's right. Yeah. Shout out to the Panthers fans. If they come to the game, they'll finally get a chance to see some good football. Finally. It's been a while. Since they've experienced that. What? Are you disappointed in me? Give your kids that look. Don't give me that look.
As a Bears fan, which you are, you should be nice to the Panthers.
Josh, why?
Because the Panthers gave you hope. They gave you Caleb Williams.
No, we took.
You sure did.
we wasn't giving anything. We took what we wanted from the Panthers. They were stupid enough to give it to us.
Well, Robin Hood over here.
To let us take it.
Yeah. The Chicago Bears, if you guys start going to the playoffs, go compete for Super Bowls, you should send some rings over to Carolina. That's what you should do.
We'll just say thank you.
Say thank you this weekend. Swain will be in Charlotte. Tennessee will be in Charlotte on Saturday night, taking on the North Carolina State Wolfpack. John texts in, no Speedo. Josh says, checkboard banana hammock.
I'm just kidding.
It's a big week, going to be a big night on Saturday. What Tennessee needs to do to make sure it gets that win that it's going for this weekend. We'll talk to Austin Price of VolQuest about that when we come back on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 The Sports Animal's biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of Sports Animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly Sports Animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for The Jungle Email Club.
Hey, Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
In the NFL, Eagles linebacker Devin White has been ruled out of Friday's season opener against the Packers with an ankle injury and will not travel with the team to Brazil. White was limited in practice yesterday before being declared out today. The 26-year-old signed a one-year, $4 million deal with the Eagles in free agency this offseason. In college basketball, Memphis coach Penny Hardaway fired 4 of his staff members earlier today, just 2 months before the start of the season. Assistant coaches Rick Stansberry, Faraji Phillips, and Jamie Rosser, as well as special advisor Demetrius Dyson, will not return to Hardaway staff this season. There was no reason provided for the firings. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday just after 3. The Phillies take on the Blue Jays. 6:45. Orioles host the White Sox. Astros visit the Reds. Nationals take on the Marlins. Twins visit the Rays just after 7. Mets host the Red Sox. Braves get the Rockies at 7:20. At 7:45, the Guardians take on the Royals. Pirates take on the Cubs, and the Brewers host the Cardinals. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, this is Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing, local company. This is the company that I've used at my home. We have used Wilson Brothers Plumbing multiple times. We also know that if we need somebody to call, we have Wilson Brothers Plumbing available. They have helped us with a project. It was kind of an outdoor project on something we needed taken care of a couple of years ago. We had a great experience when they came out and did the job for us. They did great work. Last spring, we ran into an unexpected issue. We had an underground leak. We knew who to call. Wilson Brothers Plumbing came out, and they took care of the work for us. It was a pretty big job. They did a great job for us from beginning until the end. The cleanup at the finish, everything was done exactly as we hoped. They have more than 23 years of experience in the industry. Every day they are dedicated to making sure people here in East Tennessee are taken care of, that they do whatever work you need done the right way. Visit WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com to learn more or to schedule service. That's WilsonBrothersPlumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hootie fans, get ready. Hootie and the Blowfish, Summer Camp with Trucks Tour 2024. September 12th, Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. Hootie and the Blowfish, together again. With special guests, Collective Soul and Edwin McCain. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The night of all the hits with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Ready for a new adventure? The new school year and fall are here. Let McGee Tyson Airport help you kick off the season of new beginnings. Whether it's back to school, a family trip, or just getting away for the weekend, start your journey with a smile. Jet off to Jacksonville, Florida, Washington, D.C., or a nonstop to St. Louis. Book your tickets now at flyknoxville.com.
What energizes you? Maybe it's a hobby, or maybe it's just being with family and loved ones. One source of energy that we often overlook or neglect is sleep. Your quality of sleep can transform your life and replenish your energy. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. I want to help you release your life force energy and live your life to the fullest. A new mattress can help you do just that, and here at The Bed Store, we specialize in tuck fitting you to your just right mattress. Here at The Bed Store, we have the absolute best brands at the best prices, like Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Right now, during the Labor Day sales event, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic and up to $900 on Stearns & Foster. Plus, get free local delivery and no interest financing. Go to tuckfit.com and take our 2-minute quiz to find your perfect mattress, or head to one of our convenient Knoxville area locations today.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at The Bed Store.
The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Do you need a gym that checks all the boxes? Check out the Y. Free childcare while you work out. Top-of-the-line fitness equipment. Group fitness classes with certified trainers. Swimming pools and basketball courts. Nationwide access at thousands of YMCA locations. Family events. Scholarships to neighbors in need. Dedication to community. All of this with no contracts. Join more than a gym. Join the Y. Join online at ymcaknoxville.org.
Experience the cold refreshment of the Rockies on Rocky Top with ice-cold 102-calorie Coors Light, the official beer of chill. Every Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue at your next Big Orange tailgate, because that means it's ready to enjoy. Coors Light, born in the Rockies, made to chill. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. Now available on Saturdays at Neyland Stadium. Please drink responsibly.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Another afternoon full of a mixture of sun and clouds out there on this Wednesday. High temperatures still staying very seasonable, though, as we'll top out right around 85 degrees. There will be a nice breeze out of the northeast, around 5 to 10, gusting as high as 15 miles per hour at times, but dropping that humidity, making it more comfortable. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Join Josh and Swain live this Friday from Beatty Chevrolet from noon to 3. Find out why it's always better at Beatty. Stop by Beatty Chevrolet on Parkside Drive or shop online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Beatty Chevrolet, locally owned and operated for over 90 years.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Always on, always free. Stream us free via the app, your smart speaker, your favorite streaming service, or the website at 991thesportsanimal.com. Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. We're halfway home. 90 minutes to go on today's show, live on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. And right now we get to say hello to our good friend Austin Price. He's covering Tennessee football as well as Vols recruiting for VolQuest.com. He joins us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline. Austin, have you noticed the excitement and the confidence level from Tennessee's fan base this week ahead of the NC State game?
In some ways, guys, and in some, I think that, like we keep getting questions about all that potentially could go wrong. So, I think it's a little bit of both, but there's no doubt there's a lot of optimism after watching Nico carve up Chattanooga last week, and they'll be even more optimistic. There'll be even more optimism if they can watch him carve up NC State this week.
How is it for you sitting back and hearing everyone that now saw Nico play commend him, speak highly of him, when you were one of the few at the very, very beginning that knew Tennessee had Nico high on their board, number one on their board, really before everyone else knew about Tennessee's love with Nico?
Well, I think just everybody's getting to see kind of what Josh Heupel and Joey Halsley, they all saw, and just his ability to process, quick release, strong arm, his ability to create when things break down. I thought his first completion of the game Saturday was about as good as any that he made, just because how the play didn't go according to plan, kept his eyes up the field, scrambled to the right, and then found Brazel right there on the sideline. So, again, I think that he'll continue to improve. He's going to make mistakes. I think some people, forget that he's still just, got a handful of starts under his belt, and so he's going to make a mistake or two, but he's going to make up for that with the fact he's going to make plays that they couldn't make last year. Period.
Austin Price is with us, VolQuest.com. Tennessee getting ready for NC State on Saturday. The Vols are favored. They are likely to win. What questions do you have, though, ahead of the game? Something that Tennessee needs to either work on, improve on, or show you to make sure that happens if they win this weekend?
Well, a year ago, Tennessee wasn't great in the red zone. Now, you go back to the last two starts, Nico against Iowa, Nico against Chattanooga, they've been fantastic in the red zone. So you want to see that continue, and you want to see them get off the field. You weren't really tested a week ago by Chattanooga. You'll be tested more by NC State. They've got some really nice playmakers. So I guess for my liking, see them get off the field on third down, because I think if your offense plays like you expect them to, and you're able to get off the field on third down and get the ball back to that offense, that's where you start cooking with grease and start having a lot of success, and things start to snowball. So I guess for me, defensively, it's get off the field on third down and get the ball back to your offense.
Austin, was there a newcomer that stood out to you on Saturday? It could be either side of the ball, offensively, that you were curious to see that kind of stood out to you this past weekend in the first game?
I was really impressed by how Deshaun Bishop ran the football. And, I continue to think he will help this team in the long term. I mean, is he going to be, starter carries? No, but, I think he can really be a nice piece in that 3 spot. I like what he brings to the table. I'm excited to kind of see what Mike Matthews does when he gets back. Will he be back this week? We'll see. But as far as guys last week, I thought a couple of the newcomers for me were guys that just didn't play a whole lot a year ago. Deshaun Bishop. I thought Jordan Matthews got better as the game went on last week. I thought he was played a little nervous the first series or 2 weeks once he got in, but once he kind of got going, I thought he did really well.
Boo Carter had more reps, more snaps than Christian Harrison. Are we reading into that too much? Do you see that is kind of what's to come with that position?
I don't read too much into it because I think they knew that he needed the reps, because he's a true freshman. And so once they got to a point, like he was going to stay in a little longer than the other guys. It's like, Peely got 15 snaps, James Pierce got 10. Like the players that play the most snaps are the ones they're trying to get the most work out of because they feel like they need the live bullets in games. And so I guess for me, I think they're trying to get Boo as much experience as he can because he's going to need to play. He's going to need to help this team starting this week against Concepcion, who will, they'll move around all over the place, but he'll absolutely have a hand in trying to guard him, and he'll have a hand in this game plan.
Austin, what do we know about Ricky Gibson's status as he was held out this past weekend?
Has had a hamstring for, probably the last half of fall camp, and I know they really want to try to have him as healthy as they can for, these big games coming up over the next month. And so they just chose to not risk it. I expect him to play this week. And, hamstrings are a funny thing. They can, rear their ugly head at any minute. So I think, you just want to see him try to stay as healthy as possible while he's out there. Because I do think the secondary is going to be driven by those two corners, Jamal McCoy and Ricky Gibson.
Any players in North Carolina? I know Tennessee is playing in North Carolina. That's always a sell whenever you play a neutral site game there in Carolina. Any players that Tennessee wants to make sure they impress while they're there on Saturday?
I think they're just going to continue to be a big player in the state of North Carolina. In that 26 class especially, obviously you've already got Faison committed, but, there's Smoke Matthews, Brody Keefe, the Dunham kid there at Myers Park, obviously over with David Sanders at Providence Day. You've got Leo Delaney and Kendra Harrison. So, there's several big-time players in the state of North Carolina that are important to Tennessee for 26 and going forward into 27.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com with us. And you mentioned Mike Matthews a few minutes ago. We had a question, I think, yesterday on the show about him, his chance to kind of crack the rotation at receiver. What chances do you give him either short-term or as the season goes along, a very talented freshman, Mike Matthews?
I don't know how much he'll play this week, but I think long-term this season he's going to factor. I think he's made enough of a splash when he's been healthy to the point that they know that they've got to get him out there because, of the playmaker that he is. So, is he back this week? I can't say that. I don't know. I'm not a prognosticator when it comes to the injury part of this, but I do think the intention is once he is good to go, he will be a factor, for Tennessee's offense, probably in pretty short order.
Austin, out the door, any other storyline that interests you for this game, something you'll be watching Saturday, Tennessee against NC State?
I think it's just the start. I think if you're Tennessee, you're the better football team, you're the deeper football team. Use the tempo to your advantage, get off to a hot start, which means getting off the field on third down on defense, and try to, put this game away relatively early. Do not let NC State hang around. Do not have to play from behind. Don't do what you did at Pittsburgh 2 years ago where Tennessee ended up into an overtime tussle with the team that, they were clearly better than. But, at the end of the day, just come out with a win. the Pittsburgh game's a great example of that. Who saw the team that beat a Pittsburgh team's third-string quarterback in overtime, turning around and, boat racing LSU a couple of weeks later in Baton Rouge, beating Florida, beating Alabama, sitting there at 10-2 playing the Orange Bowl. No one saw that at the time. So at the end of the day, just get a win and move on. If it's by 30, great. If it's by 1, great. It doesn't matter. Just find a way to get a win and keep matriculating towards the next big game, which is 2 weeks from now against Oklahoma.
Tennessee, NC State on Saturday. Find Austin and his colleagues' work at volquest.com. You can read their work, see and hear what they have to say as well. Volquest.com is the website. Safe travels over to Charlotte this weekend. Austin, we appreciate the time as always, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds great, guys. Appreciate you.
Austin Price covering Tennessee on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
First half closeout, that will be cleaner. Sure, that's going to be emphasized this week. It already has. So that's going to be really difficult for NC State maybe to overcome, depending on who gets the ball first in the second half.
We'll keep the conversation going about this weekend's game. Braden Gall of 440 Sports joins us next. More time for your calls and texts as the afternoon moves along at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Football is back, and it's tailgate time at Tennessee. That means delicious, hot, and juicy Big Kahuna wings. The wings that changed it all will change your next tailgate and make you the MVP. Choose from tailgate packages including wings and other delicious game day grub. Just call our Farragut location today at 865-288-7891 to get yours. Big Kahuna wings, changing your taste buds forever.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. It's a place I love to tell you about because we love going there. Our family has a membership that we use every week. We take the kids swimming just about every week throughout the year, thanks to the indoor pool that is always available. So if you need access to a pool for your exercise regimen, they have an indoor pool always available for you. They have group fitness classes that are available every single week, about 85 every week included in your membership. It's a great facility that is always well taken care of. So the strength equipment, cardio, the indoor track that they have available always allows you to get done what you're looking to get done with your workout. Plus, indoor and outdoor tennis, pickleball, racquetball courts, a basketball court. They have everything that you need to help you hit your fitness goals. And when you sign up, you can go through a fitness evaluation. When you sign up month to month. No long-term contracts. Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition smart bed. Limited time. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Hey, Tennessee, what are you looking for in an automobile dealership? How about a no-pressure, friendly staff, a huge selection of pre-owned inventory, which incidentally is why it's been called the intersection of selection for over 20 years. How about one of the largest new car inventories in the entire area? And don't forget, they all come with Rusty Wallace Honda's exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. Or maybe it's service after the sale you want. If that's the case, then get to our award-winning service department. Whatever your reason, don't wait. Get to the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Alongside VFL former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We get to say hello to Braden Gall. You can see him in the YouTube screen. That's not the right description. Braden Gall, 440 Sports, Athlon as well. College football season is underway, and I'm already flustered. Braden, how are you?
You're younger than me. You're not a boomer. What's going on? How are you guys?
If you go to youtube.com, that's how you can find www.
It's in the screen. They've got the files in the computer.
How's it get in there? That's crazy. Go check out 440 Sports. If you checked out Tennessee against Chattanooga, we continue to offer the disclaimer about the opponent. But Nico looked pretty good, right? And you're probably catching all the attention on Tennessee ahead of the NC State game. What did you think of this past weekend as you transition it into a bigger game against the Wolfpack?
Certainly a lot more to say about how NC State played in their game against their SoCon competition in Tennessee. I think Tennessee sort of did what they were supposed to. Certainly it's notable that it was record-setting. But a lot of teams around the SEC dominated lesser competition. I think Nico did what fans expected him to do with the talent and the expectations that are upon him. This is a little different. I don't think it's fair to look at last week's games and just say Tennessee's that much better. But I do think Tennessee could be that much better, but it's also, I wouldn't, like two things are true about NC State's game. They held a lot back. They lost the player targeting. They didn't do a whole lot in terms of creativity. And that's all true, and that means I think NC State probably plays better. Also, Dave Dorn has said this will be the best defensive front that NC State plays all year. They gave up a lot of rushing yards to the quarterback, so maybe Nico and design runs this weekend. And then sort of line of scrimmage, they kind of they played with their food a little bit on the line of scrimmage, and that could be a place where Tennessee wins. So I think it's sort of all things. But if you're just looking at the game for Tennessee, to your point, the number of text messages. Well, I mean, there's no reason we should lose to anybody but Georgia this year. I'm like, okay, all right, it was UTC. Let's settle down. But I understand the optimism and the hype because he deserves it. And Samson was great. The offensive line's great. The defensive line's great. There are some questions when they get into high-level matchups. But we're going to find out a little bit more this weekend. And if they win this weekend relatively easily, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if that does, and they get to Oklahoma 3-0, the hype train is I mean, we're 100 miles an hour down the tracks at that point. So, and I think deservedly so. This is a team I thought could make the playoff, and I think they still can.
What questions do you have with matchups between Tennessee and NC State?
There's not a ton. I mean, Grayson McCall is going to be better than he was last weekend. You don't throw for 90 touchdowns in your career and play this many games. Again, I think that's where they were holding some stuff back. But they didn't run the ball particularly well when the game was sort of still a battle, and that's a concern. So James Pierce, 10 years back, go to town. And so I think that's a matchup where Tennessee should win. But the question is, a veteran quarterback sometimes just has things prepared and ready to go for something that he's expecting, which is, again, a lot of pressure this weekend, right? So I think it's kind of like if Grayson McCall plays an otherworldly game because he's just been around so long and can do that, and they figure out a way to sort of slow down Nico in terms of just making him look like a guy who's in his second regular season start, which is totally possible because Tony Gibson's a very good coordinator. I think it's going to have to be schematic. Otherwise, I don't think on paper it's very similar to the Florida-Miami game. Like, on paper, every single matchup said Miami was better. I didn't necessarily believe in that because of the coaching staff. That's not the case here, where I trust Josh Heupel in the offense and the coaching staff. So Tennessee is better on paper almost across the board. So there's a reason the line went from 4.5 to 8 and wherever it is today. I haven't checked it, but I hope you got in at 4.5. That'd be a nice bet to have right now today.
Yeah, you could turn that into guaranteed money if you just wanted to, if you were on that last week. So Tennessee, it's moving in Tennessee's direction against NC State. They'll play 7:30 on Saturday night in Charlotte, Tennessee, and the Wolfpack. The other really big game of the weekend, Texas-Michigan. It's a new era there in Ann Arbor. They're underdogs at home against Texas. What do you think of that one?
Same kind of thing. You don't want to overreact to Michigan struggling, but they needed a pick six late in that game to make it look a lot better than it really was. You know, the quarterback, the walk-on Davis Warren, surviving cancer is a great story, but you got to be able to, he needs supporting players, and, you know, maybe they play both quarterbacks this week. The defense is elite, but can you hang? I mean, Texas might be a different Texas than we're used to seeing, and we're not going to know that for sure until this weekend. I think speed, athleticism, quarterback play, offense, balance, coaching, defensive speed as well. Like, Texas is fast, and so I think Michigan, who looked kind of slow last week, could be new everything, new offense, so many starters to the NFL, new coaching staff, distractions, etc. First week, you know, whatever kind of week 1 to week 2 changes. I think Michigan plays better, but I still don't know if that's good enough to beat Texas in any location on any day. Texas might be that good, so I got the Longhorns. There's a chance Arch Manning is playing in the fourth quarter of this game as well. So,
do you have more questions about Florida State football or Florida football after week 1?
Probably Florida. Florida State, like, Mike Norvell has done some things at the Power 5 level that, like, lead you to believe that he knows what he's doing. Like, sure, you could portal a defensive line and it fail in front of your face every now and then. That's just going to happen. Like, I mean, Tennessee's taken high-level prospects out of the portal and put them on the offensive line, and they didn't work. So it's normal for you to have misses in that area, but Mike Norvell has got a lot of sort of proof of concept. His Memphis career and Billy Napier's Louisiana career are similar, but not at all at the Power 5 level. So Napier, the problem with Florida, it's hard to, like, I'm not surprised at all that Miami was clearly more athletic, but I was surprised that Miami looked better coached, and that's the problem. Like, yes, you need to recruit. Yes, Dan Mullen left you in a hole. Yes, these are things that you should have solved by this time. And yes, maybe the freshman quarterback is the answer in Lagway. But ultimately, the mistakes, the things that you should have figured out by now, the penalties and the procedural stuff, like, that's just a problem. And especially when you have this much time to prepare for an in-state rival. I think there's more questions about Florida than there are about Florida State.
Braden, out the door, the Nico Heisman talk. Where should it stand right now? Where do you think it will be after this upcoming weekend?
Most Heisman talk is kind of silly at this point. Otherwise, it's Travis Hunter 1, Travis Hunter 2, Travis Hunter 3 on my ballot after one game. When you play 129 out of 131 snaps, and one of them is because your helmet came off, you're the best player in America right now. But that's one game. He plays Nebraska this weekend. But Nico, it's after Oklahoma. You beat NC State handily, and you go on the road and take care of business against Oklahoma. The hype train is off the tracks, 100 miles an hour, and then you can start talking about it because it's too early. You're going to have to beat Alabama or put up insane numbers and just be a Lamar Jackson, Robert Griffin, Tim Tebow type of player, which is possible. But I think you need more time before you get to that level of expectation.
Yeah, I think it'd be real cool to see, Nico tossing the ball to Reggie Bush in the next Nissan Heisman commercial. Both kids from California. So I look forward to that.
Yeah, we can get an active player. Did Caleb Williams do anything last year? But you can get active players.
He was
doing.
Not to shill for a soda or a Coke drink, but like I think it's Dr. Pepper and Nissan.
Okay.
The Heismans are everywhere. Like Yeah. Two. Are you guys suggesting 2 years of Heisman ads in Knoxville?
I mean, use your imagination, Braden.
Yeah, just
if he's that good to win 2 or 3 Heismans, he's probably not sticking around for his redshirt junior year.
No, probably not.
That's a UT alum making that negative claim. I don't know why, but Braden Gall, 440 Sports. I kid, of course.
He's so good that he's the number one pick. Why are you so negative?
I know. Running him off to the NFL as the number one overall draft pick. 440 Sports, anything to plug out the door?
SEC Football Live every single Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Stephen Godfrey and myself will talk Tennessee and Nico and NC State, Texas and Michigan. We're going to talk Vanderbilt's upset. We're going to talk Garrett Nussmeier, Connor Wigman, Texas A&M, LSU, Florida, you name it, everywhere on the 440 Sports YouTube page and across all platforms. And then everything covering the Titans as their season gets started. We got football show, Paul Karski podcast, all kinds of shows on the 440 Sports YouTube page and podcast feeds. So go check out all the products that we have to offer covering all your favorite sports in the state of Tennessee, the great state of Tennessee.
And you can follow him on Twitter, as Elon called it, I think accidentally this past weekend. Twitter.
Oh, did he?
At Braden Gall. It was a repost, or as we should say here, a retweet. Yeah.
Maybe he's upset that he put $22 billion in brand equity into the trash can. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out. We'll find out what happens this weekend in football. We'll talk to you about it next week. Hey, Braden, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much.
Yep, always a pleasure.
We have another hour to go. We invite you to join us as well. Text box will be open over the next hour. Phone lines as well, 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us, as we are about halfway through the week, getting ready for Tennessee and NC State this Saturday. We'll continue for another hour next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen here. Join me and my compadre, Chris Brockman, every Monday on the Overreaction Monday podcast.
You're also saying the record's going to go down.
I'm saying the record's going down anyway. The guy.
I don't think you're off on this at all. Like, you're spot on here. I don't think this is an overreaction because we have no idea what we're reacting to.
Come react or overreact with us.
How could you say that? An overreaction, sir.
Overreaction Monday, wherever you listen.
It's game over. Over, man.
Experience the cold refreshment of the Rockies on Rocky Top with ice-cold 102-calorie Coors Light, the official beer of chill. Every Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue at your next Big Orange tailgate, because that means it's ready to enjoy. Coors Light, born in the Rockies, made to chill. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. Now available on Saturdays at Neyland Stadium. Please drink responsibly.
You know, it's hard to believe there was a point in time when having security was more of a status in the world today than it was actually protecting yourself, your loved ones, and your belongings. And then Feliner Security came on the scene, serving East Tennessee for more than 5 decades with a 24/7, 365 monitoring center. They have the quickest response rate across the city of Knoxville. Do you want affordable security to make sure that you're in the know when you may not be in the know? 544-9964 or online at FleeterSecurity.com.
Pre-owned Patrol, please report the status of your stakeout.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Although I was told there would be an actual steak. Over.
That's a negative.
Well, as long as I can help folks get the best value for their trade, then I'm good.
Nick, we've got a code, 1212.
Is that a code for a donut run? Because I already took care of that. Over.
Okay, Nick, it's time to get serious. I've located a high-quality pre-owned vehicle that you're going to want to take a look at. It's a 2021 Ford F-150, and it's in great condition. Over.
Say no more. I'm on my way.
Have you reached the target? Over.
Yep, and it's absolute beauty. We've hit the jackpot. Check out this 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum for just $48,995. Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net. Stock number KP98714. Price excludes $795 dealer fee. State and local tax, tag registration, and title fees. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/2024.
From simple to the most elegant print projects, you can count on Image Print and Copy to deliver a superior quality product that will reflect your company's professional image. Our talented graphic designer will work side by side with you to make your imaginative vision a printed reality. We're Knoxville's premier boutique printer, focusing on fast turnaround and high-quality printing servicing for all business types, organizations, and schools. We specialize in custom design for business cards, postcards, wedding invitations, brochures, newsletters, school athletic programs, signage, promotional items, and so much more. To learn how you can elevate marketing for your business, organization, or school athletic program with impressive printed pieces from Image Print and Copy. Connect today at imagemattersinc.com or call 865-212-3600. That's imagemattersinc.com or call 865-212-3600. Image Matters, technology you need, people you trust.
Summer's here, and you can smell fresh-cut grass, and everyone's excited to be outside. It's your year to get that great lawn. You can do it, and the folks at Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply can help. Dickens is now the Exmark mower dealer for Knoxville, and they're stocked up with a ton of choices for your next zero-turn mower. They have the best seed and fertilizers available for our area, and would be glad to coach you to a great lawn. Dickens also carries mulch and pine straw. Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply, Knoxville, Maryville, and the new location at 620 East Emory Road in Powell.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with a Sports Minute. I know it might seem harsh. You might even call it mean and cruel, but it's not like that. I actually love the White Sox. I cannot get enough of this team, and it's not sarcasm. I am seriously blown away and riveted by how terrible that team is. I have never seen anyone this great at being this terrible before, maybe in any sport. I'm Jim Rome.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for $1. And literally everyone is going. The car behind you, going to get $1 Frosty. The car ahead of you, already had one, going for a second. The person who cut you off earlier, you guessed it, $1 Frosty. Maybe it's all a sign for you to go get one. Just don't cut anyone off. No one likes that person. The iconic Frosty for $1, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, California, and via third-party delivery.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thanks for being with us. 2 hours down, 1 to go. VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. 865-656-9900 to join us as we've had a lot of Tennessee's offense, and Nico talk on today's show.
No. That's incorrect. We had a lot of Nico talk.
A lot of Nico talk.
You know how this works in football, the ultimate team game, but if the quarterback's good, we only talk about the quarterback. That's what happens in sports.
Your brother was in the Swain box earlier in the day.
Yep.
Predicting 500 passing yards for Nico this weekend.
Yeah, he's off that.
You're taking the under.
After my reply to him.
Yeah, 500 against NC State. You're taking under.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Tennessee's going to run the football. I mean, Tennessee ran the ball for, 46 times against against UTC. And so, like, if Tennessee's going to be up by a lot of points, like we think and most people think, you're not going to throw the ball 50 times. Now, against UT Chattanooga, he threw it 44, but still, we ran the ball more than we passed it. I think people fall victim to the big plays offensively, they just associate that with being an air raid. No. We run the ball first. We're going to be balanced. And with that, I think it's going to take away some, passing opportunities for Nico. 500 yards is a lot of yards, y'all. That's a ton.
What if Tennessee ran play action every play to make NC State's defense think,
it's not going to work?
Got to be a run this time.
It's not going to work at some point, Josh, if you run it every play. Will he have 300? Yes. He's going to have 300 yards pass.
So you'll go over 299.5.
Oh, easy.
Easy, okay.
Yeah. Easy. That's 150 per half?
It would break down that way.
75 a quarter?
Yep.
Should be able to get that. Yeah, 300 yards passing. With those receivers and the amount of plays we try to run on a consistent basis, 2 or 3 plays every minute, or 3 plays every minute. Yeah, and the tempo, 78 degrees. Cooper Mays is going to be feeling good. Cooper Mays will be feeling real good getting up to the line of scrimmage because he controls the tempo.
You think Lance Hurd will be happier about the PM kickoff as opposed to the 12:45?
We're not paying Lance Hurd to be happy. We're paying Lance Hurd to do his job. That's what we're paying Lance Hurd to do. And that's block for Nico. And get up to the line of scrimmage and do it again. And do it again and run block. That's what we're paying Lance Hurd to do.
Wait, is the saying not happy left tackle, happy life? Is that not what it is?
No. It's happy quarterback, happy life.
Okay.
And if offensive linemen doing their jobs, then Nico will be happy. And that's all that matters. Because if the quarterback happy, Hype was happy.
Yeah, that's right. That's who you want to be happy.
And if Hype was happy, then everybody is happy. For real. That's how that works, Josh. In case you didn't know. If you don't know, now you know. The great philosopher Christopher Wallace said that.
Oh, I know. I was in Brooklyn a little more than a month ago.
Well, you should know.
What would surprise Swain more? Nico throwing for 500 yards Saturday or Tennessee running the table and winning the national championship 16-0? Hashtag boom boom in the text box. It's Nathan.
Really, Nathan?
16-0 or 500 this Saturday? Which one?
Really? Those two are not even close to each other.
If they're going 16-0, then I think he might actually throw for 500 this weekend.
He doesn't have to throw for 500 for Tennessee to run the table. But
right.
I would be more surprised of us running the table. Yes.
Would you rather have a 2-time Heisman winner in Nico or 1 national championship this year or next?
What are we doing?
I was very excited to read these texts.
What is going on, man? What? Are you serious?
2-time Heisman winner.
You must be joking again. Yeah, you joking again.
Or 1 national championship this year or next. That is David in Cincinnati. Too much Skyline chili? Is that what you think here?
Yeah, he got tummy ache probably. National championship, Josh. Final answer. Don't need to phone a friend. Don't need to use a lifeline, bro.
Well, Tennessee already has one of those. They got multiple. They don't have any Heisman winners.
If I have to pick between the one or the other, I'm taking another national championship.
How selfish.
I guess so.
I'm kidding at this
point. All right, George McIntyre and Faison Brandon. Maybe Jake Mertlinger. Guess it's up to you.
No, the answer is the national title. Trevor Lawrence didn't win a Heisman. He's not giving his national title ring back to get a Heisman.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that answer is easy. Always the championship. Always.
Are you sure none of this concerns you, that the talk is 500 passing yards and multiple national titles or Heismans for Nico when there's a game to be played against a top 25 team? You sure this doesn't make you nervous?
Joshua J. Ward.
At all?
Do you remember the conversation we had during baseball season when Tennessee was the number 1 seed, and you were like, I don't know, because, the only team that's won a championship after being ranked number 1 was 1999 Miami. It's the curse. And I said, somebody has to break it, and somebody has to do it. And you got to talk about winning a championship before you actually win a championship. And it's okay to talk about it. You ain't jinxing nothing. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about Nico winning the Heisman. We got to talk about a Tennessee player winning Heisman before we have our first Heisman. You got to talk about a championship before you actually win a championship. So, no, it doesn't scare me. It doesn't spook me out. You have to speak it into existence.
Who was that impression of?
That was you.
Oh, okay.
Tennessee, Miami, just the last team to win a national championship after being number 1 seed. It didn't happen in 1999. That's what you said.
That's what I said?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. That's how I said it.
And I was like, bring on the number 1 seed. We want all the smoke. We built for this. Let's go. Let's go make history. That's what we did. We even let Florida State score a couple runs in the first game to make it more interesting.
Even checked a swing to think they might be that close.
Florida State ain't recovered since. Florida State baseball might go 0-2 to start the season.
They're still talking about that check swing down there.
Well, they probably need to talk about the football team.
I don't think they want to do that. I think
They
they're off that topic.
They might want to get a refund on some of them NIL checks. Just saying. I am just speaking. That's it.
In the text box, Tyler says, you know who doesn't have to worry about obtaining Heisman's and national titles? Swain's daddy, the University of Alabama.
Oh, gosh.
Swain, your record against Alabama was?
3-1. Yep, 3-1. I should have reminded Roman Harper of that when we had him on. But I was being a good host. And I was being professional.
You were on the high road. You took the high road.
That's right. That's right.
As he called you, turncoat.
When they go low, I go high. Tyler's going low. I'll go high. Okay, Tyler. If you say so, sir. If you say so. I wonder if Tyler's ever been to a Bama game before. I wonder if he's always been a Bama fan. Did you wake up as a Bama fan? Was you born a Bama fan? Or you just decided you want to be a Bama fan? Somewhere in life. Maybe after they won a championship or so. You say, I'll be a Bama fan.
Shannon in the text box. Sanford Stadium, not that loud either, huh?
No comment. No comment there.
865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Call or text in. Text box is open. As you've heard this segment, the Tennessee football conversation continues. We have an attaboy to hand out before this hour ends. We do so every day thanks to the Native Nursery. We thank you for being with us as we continue on Josh and Swain.
It was loud.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Ted Russell Ford give you the chance to score a Ford this season. Listen weekdays for the cue to call to guess the exact score of the Tennessee game. Fridays, we'll select one at random from all guesses to instantly win an oil change from Ted Russell Ford and a $50 Buddy's Barbecue gift certificate. If the pick is correct, you'll win your pick of any new Ford or Lincoln up to $75,000 on the lot or that they can order. Listen for the cue to call for your chance to win from Ted Russell Ford and your flagship station for the Vols. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Phoenix Conversions. You love your home truck, work truck, SUV. You want it tricked out, fixed up, VIP. You need it modified, personalized. To get it like you want, you gotta take it to the guys at Phoenix Conversions. Hands down, no contest. Phoenix Conversions, when it has to be the best.
Experience the cold refreshment of the Rockies on Rocky Top with ice-cold 102-calorie Coors Light, the official beer of chill. Every Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue at your next Big Orange tailgate, because that means it's ready to enjoy. Coors Light, born in the Rockies, made to chill. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. Now available on Saturdays at Neyland Stadium. Please drink responsibly.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Are you looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money? Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, barbacks, and more. Text WORK, the number 4TP to 85,000 to apply.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
Pre-owned Patrol, please report the status of your stakeout.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Although I was told there would be an actual steak. Over.
That's a negative.
Well, as long as I can help folks get the best value for their trade, then I'm good.
Nick, we've got a code, 1212.
Is that a code for a donut run? Because I already took care of that. Over.
Okay, Nick, it's time to get serious. I've located a high-quality pre-owned vehicle that you're going to want to take a look at. It's a 2021 Ford F-150, and it's in great condition. Over.
Say no more. I'm on my way.
Have you reached the target? Over.
Yep, and it's absolute beauty. We've hit the jackpot. Check out this 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum for just $48,995. Come see us today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net. Stock number KP98714. Price excludes $795 dealer fee. State and local tax, tag registration, and title fees. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/2024.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's that time of year. Our most profitable season last year was the NFL. It starts this week. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Go to fatjacksports.com. Less than $80 a week for the longer packages will make you money. We've got player props for those of you wanting to bet those. The NFL, college football, and everything else is all at fatjacksports.com. The plays are emailed to you, and they will make you money. Get signed up at fatjacksports.com and win money today.
99.1 The Sports Animal and K&P Remodeling give you the chance to attend this year's big Tennessee versus Oklahoma game, September 21st. Text SEC to 656-9900 for your chance to win 2 tickets to the game, a 2-night hotel stay, and $1,000 spending money. Root on the Vols as they face the Sooners in Josh Heupel's return to face his alma mater from your flagship station of the Vols. 99.1 The Sports Animal. Details at 991thesportsanimal.com. Free on the radio, free on the app, free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere. All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from 2 guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. At Josh and Swain on social media. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Randall says Bandwagon Tyler is likely the newest of all baseball fan.
100%.
Vandy is what I understand.
Yeah.
Tyler, according to sources.
Tyler, according to sources, drives a vehicle with house divided license plate on the front. Bama, Tennessee.
We appreciate Tyler's interaction.
You appreciate Tyler's interaction.
All love. He's still your SEC brother.
He adopted.
You played in the conference.
North Carolina, Bama, divided license plate. Tyler's ride. Custom made. That's the only thing I have to say that's radio appropriate. We might want to move on.
Okay. Show's moving quickly, like Tennessee's offense will this weekend against NC State.
Oh, yeah. Coach Gibson knows a thing or two about going up against this offense, and He's letting his players know, trying to prepare them as much as they can. The players think they know, but they really have no idea. I remember Alabama's first year against Josh Heupel, and they had better players, and Nick Saban is the best coach of all time, arguably, and Alabama won like they should have, but the tempo bothered them in 2021. So those players think they know, but they really don't have any idea what they're about to face.
Tony Gibson does. He knows.
He knows.
And he's doing his best this week to try to prepare his players. He's the defensive coordinator at NC State. David Oven of The Athletic was on the show a few weeks ago and pointed to that game and said that's an interesting part of the matchup. Tony Gibson, who previously coached at West Virginia, he coached against Baylor and their offensive structure, which has a lot of similarities to what Josh Heupel does with Tennessee's offense. So he's coached against it, or a lot of the principles. He understands, but listen to what he said, talking about Tennessee's offense and trying to prepare NC State's defenders.
The speed of this game that we're about to go to, we've not seen anything like it. Preseason, fall camp, as far as the tempo that they use. So that's our biggest adjustment right now. But what we're looking for is we have to play very, very fundamentally sound, and we have to communicate. And again, I can't say that word enough. If we don't, it will be ugly.
If we don't, it'll be ugly. That's Tony Gibson, defense coordinator at NC State. That audio courtesy Reese Van Haften from WATE. So he knows what he's talking about. We'll see how well he can prepare his players, because we've seen plays where a defender, before the ball is snapped, has his head turned.
Yep.
He's trying to communicate and not quickly enough.
Yep.
And it burns him.
Yep.
And I think that's his biggest fear, talking about Tony Gibson ahead of this weekend.
Yeah, and we've heard so many defensive coaches talk about the importance of, your eyes and having eye discipline. Well, if you are a little fatigued, it affects that discipline. It affects your discipline with your eyes. It affects your discipline with your feet, where you should be lined up. That is something that you may be able to have some success early in the game, but at some point you're going to be huffing and puffing. And that moment will be the moment that the guy runs past you, or you're not in the right place where you should be, and you allow a big play. So, yeah, like Tennessee's offense is capable of putting up 70 points, but it's that one play that breaks your back after you think you've been doing a really good job and you think you've been in good position, and it's maybe in the second quarter, and Tennessee just put together 4 or 5 plays back to back to back, and you're huffing and puffing, and Cooper Mays is feeling good, and he's getting back to the line of scrimmage, and Tennessee is rolling off 3 plays in a minute. Like that will be the test for NC State.
That's also why avoiding some of the late second quarter mistakes that Tennessee had against Chattanooga is so important, because if Tennessee has first down success and is able to take advantage of that tempo, a lot of times it's lights out for the opposing defense. But if it's the reverse and you have a yardage disadvantage, but I'd say more importantly, you take away that stress that's placed on the defense by pushing yourself back, that's when you run into problems. So Tennessee's very good at avoiding negative yardage plays, but if they have penalties that cause the same problem, that's often what halts Tennessee's offensive success.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you want to go so fast, sometimes you forget you're not on the ball, or maybe there's – and this is where young quarterbacks get in trouble. When you have motions and shifts and things like that, they don't wait until people are lined up before they have the motion. Well, we didn't see that be a problem in the first game. Usually that is something that young quarterbacks have to get used to. But if Tennessee is not beating themselves or shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, pre-snap penalties or holding calls, especially in the red zone, then it's truly night-night for NC State, like Steph Curry did it when won championship 2 years ago against Boston, and in the Olympics. Night-night. It will be night-night for NC State's defense.
Jay in the text box, my wife being a Bayou Bengal, we prefer to say House United.
Okay.
Come together.
Whatever you want to tell yourself. We only united when LSU plays Bama. Outside of that, we're not united.
You didn't feel united 2 years ago when Tennessee went down to play LSU in Baton Rouge?
Nope, I didn't feel united when LSU beat Tennessee in baseball. at all. But hey, it could be united in his house.
Yeah.
Not in my house. I'm going to Dikembe Mutombo. Not in my house. It's not together. It's divided.
Hey, here's one for you. Does the Boston College win over Florida State change the outlook of the upcoming Missouri game with BC? We've talked about Missouri's schedule and how easy it looks. Now, sometimes you get into the season and what you think about one team can change. That's pretty common. So Missouri will play Boston College week 3. It is in Columbia. I would also say a lot of the issues Florida State has, some of the internal issues that appear to be there, aren't there at Missouri.
No.
So it doesn't change much of my thought with Missouri at home against Boston College.
But you got an NFL coach, Bill O'Brien. You do have Drinkwitz that has had multiple years to kind of build his roster and recruit and develop his players, and they have arguably the best receiver in the country, Luther Burton, on that squad. That's gonna be interesting, man, because Boston College pretty good at running the football, and they won't be scared of Missouri.
Yeah, it is a good point that should not just be considered an assumed victory. Like Missouri against Buffalo, you can assume. Missouri State last week, Boston College, you cannot assume. I'm sure Eli Drinkwitz, though, is thinking, well, it shouldn't be hard to get across to my team that they need to take them seriously. They just won at FSU.
Yeah.
So his message either way was going to be take these guys seriously. That's easier to deliver based on Monday's result.
Yeah, hopefully Bill O'Brien stands on business.
You going to be pulling for Boston College in that one?
Soar, Eagle, soar. Remember when T.O. did that when he played for the Eagles versus the Cowboys? I'd be like this, flapping my wings.
How similar was that to Angels in the outfield?
No,
probably a little faster.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I'll be going for BC. Let's go Boston College. Woo! That's right. Petty. Call it petty if you want to.
Oh, I don't think I have to. I think it's pretty obvious to everybody. Oh, Vol Nation's in the text box.
Dude, Vol Nation is on 10 right now.
Papa T.
We're 1-0. We beat UTC, and Vol Nation got the cruise control on the hype train, and it's at 300 miles per hour.
52-17. He's on record. Vol Nation, I got you on record here. 52-17. Tennessee over NC State on Saturday. That's in the text box. Our Score Ford guests earlier today, Brent, trying to win a brand-new vehicle from Ted Russell Ford. He went with 45-17. The confidence is present. So, Vol Nation, he has the Vols by 35. Put in a 50 spot, 52 exact. And Josh, not me, in the text box says, boom, boom, out go the lights. We'll come back 30 minutes to go and attaboy to hand out in our next segment. We'll continue with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
Never miss another Sports Animal sweet deal. Text SWEET to 865-656-9900 and you'll receive a reminder text right before each new sweet deal goes on sale. Text SWEET to 656-9900.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
In the NFL, Eagles linebacker Devin White has been ruled out of Friday's season opener against the Packers with an ankle injury and will not travel with the team to Brazil. White was limited in practice yesterday before being declared out today. The 26-year-old signed a one-year, $4 million deal with the Eagles in free agency this offseason. In college basketball, Memphis coach Penny Hardaway fired 4 of his staff members earlier today, just 2 months before the start of the season. Assistant coaches Rick Stansberry, Faraji Phillips, and Jamie Rosser, as well as special advisor Demetrius Dyson, will not return to Hardaway staff this season. There was no reason provided for the firings. Major League Baseball for your Wednesday just after 3. The Phillies take on the Blue Jays. 6:45. Orioles host the White Sox. Astros visit the Reds. Nationals take on the Marlins. Twins visit the Rays. Just after 7. Mets host the Red Sox. Braves get the Rockies at 7:20. At 7:45, the Guardians take on the Royals. Pirates take on the Cubs. And the Brewers host the Cardinals. I'm Joel Silverberg.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Football is back, and it's tailgate time at Tennessee. That means delicious, hot, and juicy Big Kahuna wings. The wings that changed it all will change your next tailgate and make you the MVP. Choose from tailgate packages including wings and other delicious game day grub. Just call our Farragut location today at 865-288-7891 to get yours. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
And the Vols defense has scored a safety.
Chalking up a safety in football is pretty tough, but assuring safety in your home can be quite simple. Hi, it's Scott Brokamp. At His Security Technology, we are committed to your protection and peace of mind. No matter where you are, our powerful phone app can alert you about anything that happens in your house. Advanced systems at affordable prices means you can protect what matters most. His Security Technology, in God we trust, all others we monitor. Free consultations and no contracts ever.
Find out more at vaulalarm.com.
Hey, Coach, who let the Bobcats out?
You mean the Bulldogs?
No, this new Bobcat team. Those cats are fast.
Welcome to the league. The new Bobcat excavators and loaders from Bobcat of Knoxville. A real game changer. 0 down, 0% for 4 years, or cash rebates up to $10,000. Attachment rebates up to $2,500 when combined with a new loader or excavator. This year's lineup is stacked with late model trade-ins. Used loaders and excavators as low as 1.9%. Get in the game with the Bobcat. Easy lease, no money down, low monthly payments. Return, trade, or purchase at game end. It's game on at Bobcat of Knoxville. Bobcat, the very first, still the very best. Oak Ridge Highway west of 640 or in the clouds at bobcatofknoxville.com. Limited time offer with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Need to add a little fun to your life? You need to stop by Games and Things today. We have everything you want to make your home the fun place to be. Pool tables from Brunswick and Olhausen, your favorite classic arcade games, as well as Golden Tee Golf and virtual pinball, shuffleboard, skee ball, air hockey, table tennis, darts, and the largest selection of quality bar stools and home theater seating in East Tennessee. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road, and online at ourgameroom.com. Games and Things, because life should be fun.
Lady Vol Soccer is back in action at Regal Soccer Stadium for the 2024 season. Admission and parking to all regular season games are free to all fans. Come out and enjoy fun for the whole family. Each match has food truck options, opportunities for kids to participate in on-field activities, games, a bounce house, and more. For the full schedule, visit utsports.com. We can't wait to see you at Regal Soccer Stadium, cheering on the Lady Vols.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Blue Moose, 334 Fountain View Circle in Alcoa.
East Tennessee, born and raised. There's a law firm in town that understands our area and how to help you best when you're in need. At the McKeon Law Group, Jed McKeon and his team specialize in all aspects of how to best guide you in times when you need it the most. Whether you're going through a divorce, injury, child custody, or criminal battles, their team is a family that will do its best to help your family. Call 294-8008 for the McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born, raised, and ready to help you, no matter what your case.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
We'll continue to see a mix of sun and clouds as we head through your Wednesday afternoon. High temperatures topping out right around 85 degrees. A nice breeze out there as well from time to time out of the northeast, 5 to 10, gusting as high as 15 miles per hour. Make sure to get outside and enjoy with some lower humidity. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jacob Durham.
Join Josh and Swain live this Friday from Beatty Chevrolet from noon to 3. Find out why it's always better at Beatty. Stop by Beatty Chevrolet on Parkside Drive or shop online at BeattyChevrolet.com. Beatty Chevrolet, locally owned and operated for over 90 years.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, East Tennessee's #1 family law and divorce attorney group. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to help your family in their hardest times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. Next to VFL former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. Swain's top 10 in the big receiving category, all-time receptions there at the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, I'll be out of that real soon.
I think
messing
your
with
number.
Josh Heupel's offenses.
Did you say you think you dropped to number 8? I think you're number 7. I looked at the record book the other day.
Okay,
I think you're still 7.
I'll take it.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, I'll be out of the top 10. All these little dinky screen passes. Won't be long.
What a curmudgeon.
They don't count. They don't count as real passes, Josh. They're not real catches.
Okay.
I'm just joking. They count. Yeah, a lot of us going to be out of that top 10 in the next couple of years.
You'll see Swain on the sideline this week. He'll have his notepad, and he'll be marking some things down. You'll ask, you taking some notes for the next report? Nope, I'm counting how many passes are behind the line of scrimmage that I'm not counting in my own record book.
That's right. That's right. If there's a receiver that...
Not taking my spot in the top 10.
If there's a receiver that's thinking about going to the NFL, I don't care if he has a 7-round draft grade. If he's getting close to my record, I'm going to urge him to go.
Go on.
Go on now, get. Go prove yourself.
It's time for you to go prove yourself.
Go prove yourself to the next level. Mm-hmm. Go prove yourself. It's time for you to go.
Don't let these haters hold you down.
That's right. You can do it.
But Mr. Swain, they're offering me this amount of money. Name, image, likeness opportunities.
You don't want to go to class anymore, do you, son?
Did you see post-game interview? Don't remember which player from Boston College, but he was asked about, so this short week, what's tomorrow look like?
Class.
And he said, I go to Boston College, so we have to go to class. I'll be in class tomorrow.
Golly, man. Beat you up, Florida State, and call you stupid.
Call out.
Woo. Any worse, we would have saw Boston College players, telling the recruits to come to Boston College and taking their girls.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't.
You already called them stupid.
Tell him I paid for my own shoes.
Free Shoes University.
College sports. They're great. They're great. Tennessee and NC State, we continue that conversation today through the rest of the week. The NFL kicks off tomorrow. Big one. The Chiefs and the Ravens in the first game.
Don't care about that game.
Just waiting on the Bears and the Titans?
The game.
Raiders and Chargers? Is that what you said?
Not exactly.
Okay. So NFL gets going tomorrow. So there's a lot happening. We're very excited about all of it. Very excited to tell you this story today. So every day we hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to the Native Nursery. It's open for contractors and landscapers. Great local company, the Native Nursery. Love this story. So UCF in the spring had their spring game, and they wore special helmets. So they had special helmets that were designed by patients at the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. It was designed by pediatric patients. And you can see the story that was done online. Players are there hanging out with the young patients as they're going through their designs. You can see the different designs that were on the helmets. But UCF decided, okay, spring game was great. It's cool to have those on the helmets. We want to do it in a real game. So they are going to wear the helmet decals this Saturday against Sam Houston that were designed by pediatric patients at Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. So they're all different kinds of designs. They're really well done. They look great on the helmets. But seeing the players there at the hospital with the young patients, knowing what they are going through, and seeing that UCF is going to make sure that they are represented in a regular season game that counts in front of all those fans, that is so cool. So it's attaboys and attagirls because all different people are involved in making this happen. But seeing that story, Brett McMurphy shared it earlier today, that they're going to wear helmet decals designed by pediatric patients at Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children is so cool. So attaboys, attagirls to everybody involved.
Yeah, when it's attaboys and attagirls, I guess we can say attahumans. Because
this is the human element here.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's great, man. That's how you connect with the community. When you are a university, to make a big difference in the lives of children in your community and people in general. So that's a really cool story. I haven't seen an attaboy, attagirl like this one before, so this is unique.
Yep. See, and in the video and the images they showed, the players there, they're handing out the markers to the kids as they're coloring and doing the different designs. So it's really cool. Attaboys and attagirls every day to everybody involved at UCF for this one. You earned it. We hand out attaboys and attagirls thanks to the Native Nursery, open for contractors and landscapers. They're your one-stop destination offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. They'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. So if you're a contractor or landscaper, make the Native Nursery your go-to location today. You can go to 3473 Louisville Road, just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. Stop by, see Ben and Ted there, or give them a call, 865-310-3256. Tell them the Sports Animal told you to call the Native Nursery. We'll come back for a final segment. We'll wrap things up with the Power Poll for today's show. Get you to Tyler and Will at 3 o'clock on the Sports Animal side. We continue for one more segment on AM 640, The Sports Monster, as well on Josh and Swain.
Experience the cold refreshment of the Rockies on Rocky Top with ice-cold 102-calorie Coors Light, the official beer of chill. Every Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue at your next Big Orange tailgate, because that means it's ready to enjoy. Coors Light, born in the Rockies, made to chill. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. Now available on Saturdays at Neyland Stadium. Please drink responsibly.
American Outdoor Equipment is a local family-owned and operated equipment dealer in East Tennessee. They offer all the tools to get the jobs done. They have tractors, zero-turn mowers, lawn equipment, side-by-sides, and more in stock now. Stop by to see their affordable mini excavator line with a 1-ton excavator starting at $49.99. They also service all tractors and mowers too. Visit AmericanOutdoorEquipment.com or take the drive to Rockwood and see why American Outdoor Equipment is worth the trip.
What energizes you? Maybe it's a hobby, or maybe it's just being with family and loved ones. One source of energy that we often overlook or neglect is sleep. Your quality of sleep can transform your life and replenish your energy. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. I want to help you release your life force energy and live your life to the fullest. A new mattress can help you do just that, and here at The Bed Store, we specialize in tuck fitting you to your just right mattress. Here at The Bed Store, we have the absolute best brands at the best prices, like Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Right now, during the Labor Day sales event, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic and up to $900 on Stearns & Foster. Plus, get free local delivery and no interest financing. Go to tuckfit.com and take our 2-minute quiz to find your perfect mattress, or head to one of our convenient Knoxville area locations today.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at The Bed Store.
The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Every Image Matters game day all day during football season. You'll find the Sports Animal broadcasting live from University Commons inside Fieldhouse Social. Parking is available for home games for $40 within walking distance to Neyland Stadium. Watch the WNML pregame shows live and tailgate, shop, eat, and pregame to get ready to follow the Vols in style at University Commons during Image Matters game day all day on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Ready for a new adventure? The new school year and fall are here. Let McGee Tyson Airport help you kick off the season of new beginnings. Whether it's back to school, a family trip, or just getting away for the weekend, start your journey with a smile. Jet off to Jacksonville, Florida, Washington, D.C., or a nonstop to St. Louis. Book your tickets now at flyknoxville.com.
It's football time, and CRS Exteriors is celebrating. CRS, your locally owned home renovation company, invites you to Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, September 14th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at their newly remodeled showroom. Register to win a pair of UT Bama football tickets, food, refreshments, free in-home estimates, and you'll get 10% off your quote. All quotes, window, siding, doors, and more. CRS Exteriors, Saturday, September 14th, 10 to 1, 10527 Kingston Pike, or call 670-8823 for more details. Island Point Golf. Next Level Golf in Kodak, formerly River Islands. Come see what we've been doing at Island Point. Expanded pro shop with cafe, a food truck at the turn, and 18 of the most challenging, beautiful holes in East Tennessee. Island Point is Next Level Golf. Island Point, 865-933-0100 or islandpointgc.com to book tee times.
Listening to us on the air. Free. Listening on the app. Free. Listening on our website. Free. No subscription required. Just free sports talk.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1, The Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of Josh and Swain. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Chris Lowe of ESPN will be a part of the show, as he is every Thursday, thanks to Dead and Barbecue. Look forward to talking to Chris about the Tennessee-NC State game. We enjoyed talking to Peter Burns in the first hour of today's show. He joined us after visiting Tennessee this past weekend for SEC Network coverage. Talked about Nico. He believes Nico is an absolute Heisman contender. Has a good chance to leave Tennessee with one.
Well, he's a contender now, for sure, but we'll win one at some point.
So Peter Burns in the first hour joined us. We talked about Tennessee's football team and Tennessee sports, the vibe right now in Knoxville, as well as Austin Price and Braden Gall joining us in hour number 2. If you want to go back and listen to those conversations, search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcast. You can always listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Thanks for all the interaction, the calls, the texts during the show. I don't think I can say why he's Petty Crocker, but he had a nickname for Eli Drinkwitz in the YouTube chat. We appreciate that. And also saying Phil says 48-10 Tennessee wins. Brian was watching on YouTube from Charlotte, a VFL in the Queen City, where Tennessee will be playing on Saturday.
Brian in Charlotte, huh?
You know Brian?
Had
a nickname for the Wolfpack?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I know who Boom Boom Brian is.
Boom Boom Brian in the YouTube chat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Also 500 yards. That's what you said you think Nico will go for through the air on Saturday.
Who said that?
Oh, it wasn't you? You didn't say that? Or was that Boom Boom Brian?
Boom Boom Brian said
okay.
that. Well, I didn't say that. 300 yards is what I said.
300. Okay.
Yeah.
And our score forward guess earlier today, Brent said 45-17. So we have come down on our show at least this week. Monday it was 52-17. Yesterday was 48-17. Today only 45-17. The three guesses on Josh and Swain with score forward from Ted Russell Ford.
Tomorrow, we'll see if it goes a little bit lower. Question for you, though.
Yes.
Only 3 teams in the SEC lost this past weekend. Which SEC team is the worst 1-0 team, in your opinion? Auburn won, Mississippi State won, Kentucky won, Vanderbilt won. But who do you think is the worst one in O team?
Well, South Carolina won, but not morally. That was not a moral victory.
At all.
Well, let's see if we can figure that out. How about we hit the power poll? We're going to do our bottom 5.
The bottom dwellers.
Yep. So yesterday we had our top 5 in the SEC. You and I were aligned. We had the same 5 in the same order.
Yeah,
which I think sent you home questioning everything about your sports opinions, knowledge, and analysis.
Yeah, my kids asked me, "Hey, Daddy, how was your day? How was work?" It could have been better.
Could have been better, girls. Could have been better. So let's see if we agree on the not so good of the conference, at least compared to the best of the league. Our bottom 5. So number 1 on this list would be
the worst
as it stands right now. Our bottom 5 in the SEC in football. Swain, would you like to lead us off?
I'm going to go the worst. I think the worst is Florida right now.
The Gators.
Yeah, man. No quarterback. They lost the star quarterback. They got beat down. They're playing true freshmen. I'm going to go with Florida right now. I think the second worst is South Carolina. I'm going Vandy, third worst. Mississippi State, the fourth worst. And I've been kind of struggling with the fifth one. I've been struggling. I really... Maybe I'll go Arkansas with the fifth worst, even though they look flawless in their game.
They won 70-0 against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I was going between Arkansas and Auburn. You know what? I'm going to go Auburn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to give Arkansas any bulletin board material. Not yet.
Those Eagle Tigers are not going to be happy with you.
I don't care about them. We don't play them. So, whatever.
Okay, we have 4 of the 5 that are the same.
Dang it, man.
But not in the same order, either.
Dang it.
So that I'm going to work my way to the worst. Okay, so number 12 in the conference, 5th on the list, I do have Arkansas, which could be wrong.
All right.
Just ahead of them, I would have Auburn and Kentucky.
Okay, all right.
But Arkansas is not a bad team. That is a team that Tennessee needs to prepare for, even though the Vols will be the better team going to Fayetteville.
We got Nico. We good.
I've got Florida ranked 13th in the conference. Here's what I did. So I have Florida, then Mississippi State, then Vandy, then South Carolina. I know Vandy beat Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Carolina's the worst team?
Yeah.
They are trash.
They were fortunate to beat Old Dominion. Miami would have.
You know Old Dominion got a football team? I did not know that.
I've known it for 3.5 days.
Thank you, South Carolina, for letting us know that.
I thought about it this way. Florida looked bad, but Mississippi State, Vandy, South Carolina, they would have looked bad against Miami too.
Correct.
So at least they played that game, even though they shouldn't have. At least they played it.
Oh, boy. We'll see after week 2 who's the worst.
Now, South Carolina has to go to Kentucky.
Oh, they might be at the bottom.
There's a chance that they secure the spot for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, they'll be there.
Or prove us wrong. There's that opportunity as well. But after Kentucky, they play LSU.
After week 3, they'll be at the bottom for sure.
And then they play one of your favorite teams, week 4, Akron.
Oh, yeah, I love Akron. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to be funny because after week 3, even Vanderbilt will be looking at South Carolina and go, man, there are some bums over there. They're terrible. Our record's better than those guys.
The power poll, our bottom 5 teams in the SEC. Swain has Florida at the bottom, coming off the blowout loss to Miami. I went with the Gamecocks with their narrow victory over Old Dominion.
That has a football program.
By the way, Vandy is about to be 2-0. They play Alcorn State this week. Then they go to Georgia State.
They should be 3-0. Who they play after that?
Why are they going to Georgia State?
It's Vanderbilt.
Is that correct?
Josh, they still or barely finished their football stadium.
Yep.
They had a scoreboard hanging by ropes last,
By the
2
way,
years ago.
I love that. I would keep it that way.
No, you don't.
I think it adds a little flavor.
No, there's no flavor. Zero flavor. Zero flavor. At Georgia State. Greg Sankey, what are we doing Vanderbilt in the SEC? You
know what? Get rid of him?
No.
You're good over there?
All right, now let's keep him in there.
Joel Silverberg producing today. We appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thanks, everybody on the Sports Animal, the Sports Monster as well in the Tri-Cities area. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 right here on Josh and Swain. We'll see you then. Boom, boom.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Football is back, and it's tailgate time at Tennessee. That means delicious, hot, and juicy Big Kahuna